streaming.
Live! Recorded moments earlier.
We are here. Do we have game audio?
Yes, I just need to switch it over to you.
Oh, it's alright. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, here's our end-of-year gaming stream, folks. We're going to turn that down a little bit.
Just a little.
But yes, we are here with our end-of-year gaming stream. You are going to tweet the link out.
Yes.
And then I will post it. But yes, we are here with an end-of-year stream. Those of you that have been so generous and great with following the channel this year, this is our way to thank you.
Whoop. Tweet it out.
Yay. Here we go.
I actually need to update the title. I put Free SmackDown Live. Whoopsies!
Or you want to tweet the link out again?
No, the link shouldn't change. Let's see.
Alright. Alright, here we go. Let's get with some gameplay. Finally! It took you long enough.
Finally! It took you long enough! I am the elder of this village. I got to make exalted station in life by pleasing my superiors, which is something I do well. A star has fallen into the ocean. I need it for a certain purpose.
Porpoise.
You must find it for me.
Okay, whatever.
Why did you speak with ellipses?
So let's see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... How many frog coins are there? I think I have just enough. Hello there. Oh, Mario, right? You remember me? We met at Tadpole Pond when I was still a tadpole. I graduated from Frog Fuchsia's school and now I'm searching for the meaning of life. It's so quiet around here, almost eerie. Is something going on? Get outside and you might know. Doesn't concern me, but if you have any frog coins, I've got some neat items to sell. And this is where I'm going to get the experience booster, except I need 3 more frog coins.
Double experience! The Scrooge ring. You get no money.
Do I dare go get more frog coins?
Might as well.
Oh, I know where I'm going to get more frog coins. I need to go into the sea.
You're gonna find them under the sea?
Under the sea, darling is better. Well, anyway. No, you know how the rest of that goes.
No, I don't. Isometric view. Gotta love it.
And yes, I leveled up a bit, but yeah. Guys, you can feel free to ask questions, enjoy, just have fun. This is just a nice, relaxing game stream. Where I will play games for a bit, an hour or so, and then you'll play some games.
Hello, Valena! Welcome aboard!
Hooray! Reminder though, folks, I will be doing the Raw review solo tomorrow.
Yes.
You are at a party.
Yes. I am the biggest party animal, as we all know.
Clearly.
But yeah, ask us any kind of question. I mean, almost any kind of question. We don't want to get banned off of YouTube before we've even been monetized.
Before I've been monetized. Somehow I was still I was monetized till about earlier this year when they instilled all those things.
Yeah.
And I don't think I earned much of anything.
Well, 29 cents if I recall.
Actually, no, 50. I think it was 50 bucks.
Huh.
Once again.
Once more with Fury.
But yeah, probably collect 1 star, maybe collect something else, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, Kier.
Yay. Love having tons of people join.
Master, we won't be in a tight spot tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. Actually, you know what? I don't really need the experience booster because I'm already doing so damn well. And I will just shock them. Because shocking, you know, when we're underwater is just a great idea. Well, actually, we're not underwater yet.
Yes.
Coins do I have? Oh wow, I got a lot of coins. I gotta spend them on this, Now I need 2 more coins. Boop. Jump up and save. C.
Hawks?
I mean, you're a Seahawks fan, so go for it.
Yeah.
Cheer your heart out.
Been a while since people came around here.
Been a while since people came. Sailor, sailor, sailor.
And if you've never enjoyed a Super Mario RPG stream with us, we do a lot of voices.
You do a lot of voices. I do a few.
My favorite's probably Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers.
Oh, and yeah, you've probably figured out I do not bother using,
Bowser.
I don't bother using Bowser because I don't find him really particularly interesting. Some people went into survey, but they never came back. They went into survey to try and...
And what might you be looking for?
But I still haven't found...
What I'm booking for. Which is WWE. They haven't found what they're booking for.
I don't think that they found that for a while. And freshen up. I'm buying a bunch of freshen ups.
There's a WWE title match set for the Royal Rumble, and Mustafa Ali looks like he was left out of it.
Okay.
It makes sense. He's only just now showing up on SmackDown. I'm betting they're probably gonna aim for something, maybe on like Fastlane
Or Chamber.
Yeah, or Chamber. We'll see what happens though. Maybe they might just add him in later.
I mean, that's possible.
Especially with Daniel Bryan's attack on Mustafa Ali beforehand. But no, I didn't hear about it. Let me,
Actually, fuck it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go trade in a whole bunch of these items in Moleville, and then I'm gonna come back to this, get some ice bombs. I understand how to navigate around,
Mustafa Ali winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I would pop for that. That is for damn certain.
I would pop for it, but I think it would be too soon.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be Drew McIntyre.
It's gotta be Drew. You gotta get the title off of Brock somehow. I also didn't realize these were questions you were being asked, so I was like, what the hell are we answering? But yeah, don't, no, it's like, that's one reason I wanted to do this Q&A thing, is I wanted to have a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Like, really, that's what we
Wrestling
should just...
Reviewer 809.
Oh yeah, he joined in before.
He says, "Hey, John."
Yo. Yeah,
Would
so...
you like to trade in an item? Choose an item with the control pad and enter with A. Use B to cancel. Don't want your mushroom? How many of them do you want to trade in? Use the control pad to choose how many. Confirm with A, or use B to cancel.
It sounds like a New York version of Dusty Rhodes that you're doing there.
Alright, I took one of your mushrooms. Let's see, you have 61 points now. What would you like to trade in an item? Wait, hold on, I said that wrong. Don't want your mid-mushroom.
Trade in the max mushrooms, I don't need those.
Maximum!
Wow, I have 4 max mushrooms.
You have the maximum max mushrooms.
But yeah, this is just to clear out items because I legit have, like...
Yes, I haven't really looked into any of the Raw or SmackDown spoilers, Wrestling Reviewer. So I also would recommend not giving spoilers out, because I like to be surprised before being utterly disappointed.
That's fair. I am aware of them, I will say that much. I will not mention them here, but Raw doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be great. Who knows?
Yeah.
But...
And spoilers aren't everything. Sometimes seeing the event live, or tape, seeing the broadcast of the event is usually a lot better than just reading spoilers.
Well, yeah, and I mean, also, yeah, because, I mean, spoilers, you can only get so much from them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so trade in all this stuff. Sell off these weapons. Yeah, it's been, like, a bit of a long year.
I had a fun night last night.
You did. What happened, Chris?
I went to go grab a plate, and my cabinet fell off of my wall. I caught the cabinet, but I lost a few bowls.
Yeah.
I had some ball movement issues.
God damn it! But yeah, so we are...
Kira asks, what other 205 Live talents do you think would succeed on Raw or SmackDown?
Nese.
Tony Nese?
I think Nese, if you gave him a tag partner, would do very well. On his own right now would not do well. Murphy, very honestly, would do very well for himself. Maybe
Tony Nese and Murphy as a tag team on Raw, or just Tony Nese individually on SmackDown.
Maybe Nese and Murphy on Raw is the best idea, given what happened with him and Alexa.
Adam says, let's not forget Rave Dave Melty Melts gave a taped match 5 stars.
He did. What match was that, Adam?
Yeah, I don't know which match that is, Adam. I don't follow Rave Dave Melty Melts.
No, it's alright if you do, but it's just, I wasn't sure. Okay, now we go into the sea.
Into the depths of the ocean. Is that how that's said?
Close enough. Into the depths of the halcyon.
Wrestling viewer, Drew Gulak would do well. Because he's more of a character.
Drew would definitely do well.
He'd have to lead a stable, I think. Belena asks, could you see Johnny Gargano staying in NXT forever?
No. But I would totally be fine with it because he would be booked better there.
I'd say him and Tommaso Ciampa would do great on SmackDown.
Yes.
Because that's the workhorse division.
Yes.
Ciampa could completely rule it on Raw for a while until Vince is like, wait, isn't that guy who fought The Undertaker? That's, what's his face? The lawyer for Muhammad Hassan?
He would do that.
Yeah.
So, I got one. Like about DIY. They could have DIY on SmackDown. And then you could get Ciampa, the best sports entertainer, versus Shane McMahon, the best wrestler in the world.
Ugh.
You know they would do it. And you know that
Wrestling viewer, what recent NXT call-ups you see doing well, or what recent NXT call-ups you see doing well and failed?
If you're referring to the ones that have happened this year that haven't happened yet, like Lacey Evans and Nikki Cross, let's take a look at him. So you had No Way Jose. I think he's pretty much been a flop, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because No Way Jose's in his right element is very talented. Sanity's been a flop.
Adam Cole blooper.
You know, but Nikki Cross, I mean, she's getting called up, but it's the Iconics.
Elena says I totally forgot about No Way Jose.
To be fair, I think Creative did also. The
Right?
the Iconics are ones that disappoint me, not because of them, but because of how they've been booked.
Yeah. Sanity's been a mess. AOP has had their moments at least.
They had their #1 moment
Wrestling
recently.
Reviewer says EC3 I see doing well. So the new call-ups, EC3, Vince is going to take one look at him at Raw and be like, I want to know what love is!
You will do that. Lars will do well, provided people stop doing stupid shit like digging up stuff when he was a teenager.
And as long as he stops doing diving headbutts.
Yeah, we don't really need that.
Nikki Cross, I could see doing well on SmackDown after Becky's moved to Raw.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans is gonna do well on Raw.
Lacey Evans is gonna do well because Vince likes blonde. And I'm not knocking Lacey.
Plus, I mean, she's a Marine.
Yeah.
Heavy machinery is going to be jobbed out fast, Helena.
They will be jobbed out very fast. Otis might get a bit of a sniff as a singles.
Yeah. Otis is the personality of the group, and Tucker is the reason why they're a tag team.
I have nothing against that. Tucker is very good. I've seen him at a couple NXT house shows. He's very good.
It's just got the personality of what paper.
Well, he also hasn't really had a chance to show any personality.
Oh, this has a huge Rex, says Helena. A rack of ribs? Yeah. Also, he done got the man boob. Adam says, when do you see Velveteen Dream getting called up, and what show would he be on?
It's gonna be next year, and he's gonna get called up to Raw, and they're gonna fucking ruin him. It's gonna be next year after, SummerSlam.
Wrestling Reviewer says SmackDown. Raw will eat him alive.
Oh no, Raw will eat. Oh no, I would love to see him on SmackDown, but he will go to Raw.
Yeah, SmackDown is the A show.
Yeah.
And which is why they got bought by Fox.
That's a good point. Bought into Foxhole.
Plus, they wanted a more workhorse-oriented, you know.
I know, you probably just said to yourself, it's just a pile of dusty old bones. Think again! Surprise! But...
Curse you, He-Man!
Still like when you use that gif of him and said, we now go live to John's last shred dignity.
Yeah. Valena. 2 NXT surprises entering this year's Royal Rumble. Male and female Rumble.
Shayna. Shayna's gonna enter.
Aleister Black.
I mean...
I would rather his debut be something a little bit more, but I bet they're probably going to do something at the Rumble or maybe at SummerSlam.
Possibly. I think Shayna and Io Shirai.
If anyone's followed me long enough, they may have seen my fantasy booking of how I'd book Aleister Black on his debut.
Yeah, and it was great. It was great what you said.
Yeah. Shayna going to enter the men's Rumble, John.
I mean, to be
probably kick everyone's asses.
To be fair, she would do better than some people might think. But yeah, God, for the men's, Aleister I think is a no-brainer. EC3 will debut, but he doesn't really count because he's already being booked as the guy that's, you know, gonna come up. Men's.
Adam goes, is Becky going to cost Shayna the NXT Women's Championship?
No.
I couldn't possibly picture that happening.
I get what you're saying.
It'd be really weird booking, but I think there are better ways to get Shayna onto the main roster.
Also, they're going to push for the main event, or not the main, they're going to push for like something either Survivor Series, maybe even SummerSlam, and they're going to push for the call, or you know, the 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen thing.
Well, it is of the belief that the 4 call-ups will happen minus heavy machinery at the Rumble.
Oh yeah. No, that's a bound and determined. It really should be call-ups and best of the best, and they need to rely less on, for the women's Rumble. This is my opinion. They need to rely less on women of the past, and I'm not saying women of the past should be forgotten, not one bit.
Yeah.
They had to do it for this Rumble, for this past Rumble, because they had only a certain amount, and not enough of them were established. That's why they use a lot of NXT spots.
Yes.
Kairi Sane and Moon. And
Moon!
But yeah, that was... I can totally see...
Oh, you found an omelet on a stick. Or a fried egg on a stick, I should say.
Yeah, this is the point where a lot of grinding is going to happen.
Oh my.
As for that. But yeah, this, okay, now, I know no one's asked this yet,
yeah,
but who is going to win the Rumble? It's going to either be Drew or Seth for the men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, there could be... They'd go with somebody like Balor. They could have Mustafa Ali win it.
Yeah, I'm thinking at the end of the Rumble, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins standing in the ring.
True. If you basically forced me down and made me answer it, I would say, because how else would you make me answer a question? I would say... I
don't know, playing a video game and streaming it on YouTube?
It's good. It's a fair way. It's a fair way of doing it, my forceful way. But the I would really say it could only be a couple guys. AJ winning it, I just don't. I don't want to see. I have nothing against AJ. He does not need to be in the main event.
Well, I'm not going to threaten you with a good time.
I mean, to be fair, I opened up that whole thing to interpretation, and mainly that interpretation. Right?
Jim Moscow says for the women Becky Lynch and for the men Drew, and I am of the same mind on that.
I 100% agree, Jay. It's why I like your ideas. Yeah, it's Becky. My idea is they could have Becky and Charlotte win it, co-win it, and they could have a triple threat at, they could have a triple threat at Mania. I'm not saying they should, but I could totally see them doing it. But, you know, who knows? But, yeah, for the women, really, besides Becky, I mean, and yeah, that makes the winner obvious,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make it bad.
Do you think Braun will win the Universal title at the Rumble?
I hope so, because they could then go with Braun and Drew, and Drew could win it at Mania, which is what they should be doing. Because let's be perfectly honest.
Evelina has a good point. Charlotte is fantastic, but I don't think she has to be a part of every single money match for the women.
And you're absolutely right. I'm going just with what WWE would do.
Yeah.
Because I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. My personal thought on this is how it's going to play out. Becky is going to win the Rumble and move to Raw. Charlotte's going to get called over to Raw later. But Charlotte is a big money draw for SmackDown and can help put over a lot of the newer talent too before heading over to Raw herself. That way, you know, that's where that way SmackDown's still making more money off the women's side, because I'm thinking this is going to be Sonya Deville's division by the end of 2019.
It should be. It should be. And I don't want to slight. There are some people that have. I'm not going to slight Mandy Rose. I think Mandy Rose does have plenty of room for improvement. She is certainly proving to be better than I thought she would be, and I admit that right there. Left by Magellan Magellan.
Yeah.
Memo left by Mage L. Liane.
There's an S in the sword. The sword. I already know what the password is, but I just beat these guys just for fun.
1 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Western Revere, if Braun does not win the title at the Rumble, then he will never win the Universal title.
To be fair, and this is not a knock against Roman. One, get well Roman. This is a knock against the character and how he's booked. They pretty much ruined everybody for the short term to get Roman over, and unfortunately, it didn't work like they would have hoped, and I screwed that up. Yep.
Good job. Adam goes, if Drew doesn't win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, do you see him being the first Money in the Bank and Feast or Fired cash-in?
Yeah. Totally forgot about Feast or Fire. Thanks, Adam. Kidding. Sorry. Nope. God damn it. I don't have to do this, but...
Don't you?
No.
Doink. Doink. Doink the clap.
Just get more flowers.
Congratulations, here's a fried egg on a stick.
Congratulations, you deflowered the ocean.
William says, I do feel bad that creative is going in the direction of sexualizing Mandy Rose.
Yeah, you know, she's not my cup of tea. I get why people find her attractive, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I love the fact that Corey Grave is Mandy Rose's biggest mark on commentary.
Yeah, that's getting a little bit much to me, but I mean, it is what it is. But with Mandy, if they book her into the corner of just being an object, then they're going to make it harder for her to be taken seriously.
Yes, that is true. They're trying to use the Emelina gimmick for Mandy Rose.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Remember that?
Remember how the debut just took forever and ever, and then Emma was like, it's time to go back to Emma. Which, yeah, we were saying that for a while. Because Emma's a beautiful woman, and doing some great shit in Ring of Honor.
And Tennille Dashwood is an excellent ring name.
Yes.
Even though that's her real name.
I know. Stop making me think about that last name.
This is a 3-dimensional maze. Press X if you give up. I give up!
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that bullshit. That's shickle.
This is the worst creamsicle ever. It tastes like I'm dying. What's this under my hat? It is death.
Okay, fine. Well, fuck you guys too.
And now once more.
You win!
Thunderstruck!
The only reason I wanted that experience booster was it just makes it easier and I can just get more powerful spells, but it's good.
Yeah.
Ultra
Mario
jump.
learns. Ultra jump!
But
Plus
yeah,
Ultra!
we will be playing another game here after this, and I will take over the chat. Probably after I collect another star and then whatever.
One asks, why can't Vince let bad gimmicks die? Because Vince himself cannot let himself die.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's true. And that's kind of the thing that drives me nuts, which, look, I get it. Vince sometimes knows what works and sometimes what doesn't.
And going into it with Valena, she says, by him giving these women the same exact gimmick, it's only setting these women up to fail. And that's because both Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn don't know how to treat women other than as objects.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Dunn, more times than not, was the one encouraging women to get breast implants just to keep their damn job.
And once again, this is not me knocking the Iconics. I'm not. But when they were taken off TV and then they suddenly were shown a little more surgically enhanced, and if it was their choice, fine. If it was their choice, that's totally fine. I think it was more the company pushing for it, which I hope isn't the case. Hey, it's good to see ya. What are you buying? What are you selling?
So
bad.
Wrestling reviewer, thoughts on WWE planning on doing Queen of the Ring?
I like it, except Charlotte's going to be the first one to win it.
Actually, that would be a great way to move her to Raw, though.
Would be.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it wouldn't... They should give it to somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
And this is... It sounds like we're dumping on Charlotte. We're not. Because Charlotte is really, really good.
It's that when you know she's top card,
Right.
you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
New Patriot, Wrestle Kingdom, what is going to be the match of the night?
Well, okay, I'll have to take that one, but... Obvious show stealer. Ospreay versus Kota Ibushi. Sorry for going there, having a little bit of a brain fart. That's going to be the show-stealing match. Match of the night. I think Tanahashi has one more 5-star something match in him on a big stage.
Wrestling Reviewer, don't you dare. They're not going to give the Queen of the Ring to Stephanie.
They could. They could.
They
You know
might.
they will.
Lane also says, I think they told the Iconics to get implants and they'll get called up. I don't think it was their choice.
I mean,
That sounds like something Kevin Dunn would do.
Which is sad because it's not that they look bad now. It's not that they look bad then. It's just they didn't need that stuff to enhance their look. I mean, you know what I mean. Because they were beautiful women, and still are, but...
Stephanie is the best women's wrestler in the world. Sarcasm to the fullest.
But as far as what New Patriot said, it will be Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay as a show-stealing match. It will be... I almost want to say it's going to be Tanahashi and Okada. But, because, I'm sorry, Jericho... What?
New Patriots, because the only women done has been with her inflatable.
I mean, you're not wrong! all that goddamn millions.
Probably that's why he had to get his beaver teeth fixed so he could stop popping.
But, God, I would have to say Ospreay versus
Adam, did you know that Naomi is the first ever uterus trophy winner at WrestleMania?
that
That fucking trophy.
the
God.
vulva trophy, and they wonder why it's hard for people to take the women seriously.
Yeah. Blana, I think because she says WWE keeps trying to make women's wrestling a modeling competition. I don't understand why. That's why I love Ruby so much. Melody follows up with Vince's old habits die hard.
And Ruby,
Very hard.
Yeah, and Ruby herself is a beautiful woman. She just has a different striking look, and can actually wrestle. She was great as Heidi Lovelace, and Natty. I mean, Natty's been there for a while, but Natty's a beautiful woman who can also wrestle.
Yeah.
There are plenty of women. Oops. There are plenty of women on there that can wrestle that are more than just looks. And that's a good thing. Now, there are some that are strictly hired for their looks. I would say, and Mandy has proven to me wrong with the flashes of wrestling she's done, but I bet you anything they hired her strictly for her looks. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. She has been able to buck the trend of, at least you can tell she's trying to get better. What's up?
Elena, Vince Russo made fun of Ruby recently. He called her a man.
I remember that, and I don't know if I did a full rant on it, but he was also making fun of like an old co-host of his or something like that. I mean, Elena, Russo does stuff for attention because he starved for attention because he's a goddamn idiot. And I've ranted enough about Russo, and the whole thing is he still thinks that it's the 90s, and he thinks that he can find the next Sable, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But 100% agree with you. I mean, I hated what Russo did. But Russo's an idiot. The people that work for him are idiots. I mean, Sable was one of the biggest atrocities that ever happened in women's wrestling. Luna Vachon wanted to freaking kill her, and I don't blame her. Because Luna, however anybody felt about her alternative look, I mean, she appreciated the business. And loved what she did. Came from a family that had spilt blood on multiple continents to be big and
the very best.
like no one ever was. And I now must make a necklace out of this password. Pearls. Ah, hentai!
Come on in.
Good job, I'll let you through. If you can get past me first. That is.
You sound like you're doing a drag version of, Pennywise.
Come in the sewer, Georgie. We all float down here.
Maybe not.
But, yeah, it's ridiculous how some of the women are being used. Yes, sex sells, and I totally understand that.
Ruby responded with, don't you need Viagra on a pole at this point in your life?
I do remember that, and you know what? Ruby, for one, is fabulous with how she responded.
Kier asks, is there any man or woman you think deserves another shot in WWE?
Woman, Emma would probably be it. Because if we're talking women that have, like, more than just, like, a few off, I would say for a one-off, Victoria deserves another shot, but Victoria... And yes, age is just a number. She's also in her 40s, so she would have some matches left in her. But as far as somebody with a future, like, you know, a Drew McIntyre-like future, Emma for sure. Men, Morrison, though he is about 40 and doing well. Neville,
yeah,
though.
That would be actually an interesting thing to do. Say Miz and McMahon are teaming up, and McMahon betrays The Miz. The Miz needs a tag team partner.
Ooh.
And John Morrison makes his return.
I like this idea.
Things come full circle for The Miz.
Full circle.
Fretzelmania. Hey, Fretz.
Oh, there we go. He's here. Alright, let's freshen this up.
Who should be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year?
You mean okay, for... It's a toss-up if they wanted to induct somebody that passed away. You either go China or Vader. They would go Vader before they go China. And I'm thinking the company. Undertaker should be the headliner.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Batista. So...
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
He's going to, he's going to face Brock and win the Universal title, isn't he?
Ugh, please no.
They're going to have it happen.
I mean, I wouldn't just, you know, I would not be against it, but...
You know what? You know why they would do it? Because then he would go
Celebrity
to some...
making Limp Bizkit.
You know, you're not far off, actually.
The biscuit is limp.
They should... Who should they... Bob Barker should be inducted.
Huh? Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper has not been inducted yet.
Yeah. Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper or Bob Barker. If they were worried about age, they could induct Bob Barker.
He's still alive?
He is.
I make a lot of Princess Bride references, and not a lot of people catch them that I know.
I did actually. I did catch that.
Oh no, just day-to-day stuff.
I'll make just all kinds of
Should Sasha Banks go to SmackDown?
Sasha Banks and Bayley should both go to SmackDown. This is why they both should go to SmackDown. Because then they could eventually feud. That feud that should have fucking happened this year. And it fucking didn't. And I want
yeah, but Dr. Shelby is such a great motherfucker.
Oh, he was fine.
I know. But...
Okay, answer some questions. I need to use the lavatory.
We'll be... John will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Ask me anything. Also though, Hall of Fame, I'm sure The Rock's gonna end up in there. God, who else should go in there? And they should make it this the Hardys' last year wrestling. Or, you know, before WrestleMania, make it the last. God. I don't know. Help, John, I can't carry a show on my own.
Here we are at
Could you imagine what The Undertaker would say in his Hall of Fame speech?
Rest in peace.
Hey guys, I'm Mark Callis, and it's been a great time. I'm glad that we're here enjoying this, and
What the fuck is this? Here's one thing they need to do with the Hall of Fame. They need to stop letting fans be part of it.
Shock control for Hall of Fame. Melly says, "I'm surprised Gorgeous George isn't in."
Are you sure he's not in as part of that,
Legacy Wing?
I think he might have been. I think his wife, or his, widow, actually might have, might have inducted him. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
Yeah, let me take a look. Legacy inductees.
I just put Gorgeous George Hall of Fame because it probably...
Gorgeous George was inducted in 2010.
Oh god, he was. That's right, yeah.
He was inducted by Dick Bear.
Yeah, his widow.
Dick the Destroyer.
His wife that looked... And I mean, I'm sorry, I know she was old, but his widow, she looked like she was about to keel over. I think she was in her 90s, so it makes sense. But... I really wish Vader was in...
George Hackenschmidt.
George Hackenschmidt, yeah. I wish Vader...
You forgot an name, so I just said George Hackenschmidt.
I wish Vader had been inducted. I wish Vader had been inducted before he passed away. Tag teams... Midnight Express and Cornette should go in. Jim Cornette, this is a live microphone. The audio guy's on Saturdays. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. But
Jim Johnston should go in the Hall of Fame.
Jim Johnston, the fact that he's not in is ridiculous. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Second?
Oh, I know he's not in. Women. They wanted to induct a woman that was alive. Molly Holly.
Yeah.
But I mean, and shout out to Valena, by the way. I'm putting her over here because that was... She did a video about 5 women that should go in the Hall of Fame, and Molly Holly was mentioned. I'm not going to say where you mentioned, so watch the video to find out. But, yes, Molly Holly for sure.
Adam says, induct promoters. Induct Sam Muchnick?
Muchnick. Sam Muchnick.
Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff should go in.
The Mountie should go in because he always gets his man.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, I mean, the Mountie was a pretty...
Wait, hold on a second. I need to see if someone's in here. 1 sec.
Ooh, I can probably tell you.
Lance Storm! Think about all of the people he has trained.
If they do it based on totality of, like, people he's trained plus his career, I can see it. If it was based on his career, ain't no goddamn chance.
Wrestling Gear is Ronda's current title reign. Is Ronda's current title reign the best Raw Women's Champion?
Is she the best Raw Women's Champion? I don't want to say she's the best. Has she done the most with the title? She's been allowed to do the most with the women's title.
Yes.
Now, Bayley's title run... What's that?
Earl Hebner.
You know, they may have mended that bridge.
Yeah.
They may have.
Impact has him, though. WWE doesn't do refs as TM writer. Tommy Dreamer. He's an ECW guy. I don't know how Vince will feel about that.
They inducted the Dudleys.
Yeah, but the Dudleys also had a lot of impact on WWE.
Dreamer was also in WWE for a while also.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm down on ECW.
I still remember him with Colin Delaney as his apprentice. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then Colin Delaney popping up on a 205 Live match.
It's like, hang on, what? Dreamer would go in. I have nothing against Dreamer. I've always... You know me. Anybody that's followed my channel knows I've never cared for ECW. I've just... They put on some great wrestling, but it was a lot of bullshit.
The Un-Americans.
That was a stable that should have lasted longer than it did.
Wait, Paul Heyman isn't in the Hall of Fame?
He is not in the Hall of Fame.
How would...
I
mean, I know because he's still active, I'm guessing. But
that's probably it.
Compared to most that worked on ECW, Tommy is the most family-friendly. Oh, I mean,
yeah,
RVD was on ECW.
Speaking of somebody that was an abysmal failure as champion. Oh, wait, no, he just was. And I mean WWE champion. Look, however anybody feels about Weed aside, he got
the
busted.
devil's lettuce.
Yeah, he got busted with that and pain pills. Sabu getting busted with pain pills. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked, but of course Sabu's an idiot. But
I don't think Slick or Harvey Whippleman are in the Hall of Fame, says Adam.
I don't believe Slick is. Well,
Hurricane Holmes.
Howard Finkel should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Slick. I'm sorry, I can't think. I know Ron Simmons is.
Sid?
Sid is not. Sid should be. Sid should be. Mainly, it's like, I mean, yeah, he had Flash of the Brilliance. Maybe his stuff wasn't the best. I mean, he was not a great wrestler. He didn't need to be. Davey Boy should be in. They should induct the whole Hart Foundation so we can finally get Owen in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
And-
but it's a matter of his wife.
Yeah, but Martha's kind of... I mean, I get it, but Martha's also kind of bitter. And while I know that was her husband, she's also been kind of bitter about that stuff. Which, again, makes sense. I don't know. I just...
Yeah.
Owen needs to go in, Davey needs to go in, Pillman needs to go in.
Yeah.
Okay, how many coins do I have? Oh, I need to stop collecting coins.
Why?
Because I'm almost at 999 coins. I've ran into myself.
Don't trust anyone, not even yourself.
I know there's a box here somewhere. Okay, there it is.
Ghetto.
Cola. It's Frog Cola!
And... Ghostly! Ow.
Ghetto is the sound a frog makes in Japanese, if I recall.
Is it?
I believe so.
Yeah, by the way,
It's
don't...
a ghetto.
If you notice I'm saying ow sometimes, you guys are dealing with like a nasty headache. Like, I don't necessarily know.
Here, Michael Cole. I know people don't like him, but he's definitely deserving of the spot.
I mean...
The impact that he's had on WWE throughout the decades, yeah, I mean, he's been an integral part of the product. Even with his coal miners thing. And that match against Lawler. That abortion of a match.
That abortion of a feud.
Yeah. China probably won't go into the Hall of Fame, says Wrestling Reviewer.
Because the kids might Google her.
Yes and no.
Wait.
China should go in the Hall of Fame.
Rey Mysterio,
Ray should. I mean,
in my opinion.
oh no, he definitely should. In anybody's opinion, there's no reason why he shouldn't go in.
Jason Dixon, WWE should sign Brian Pillman's son. Brian Pillman's son and his glorious mullet.
That is a very glorious mullet. It really is.
a dream match of mine is me versus Jonn in a gravy bowl match. And
You what?
not me, but
yes. Chris, I gathered what the heck. Could we find that much gravy for me to not feel
because Mickey James did porn and so did Candice Michelle. Yes, but I don't think Vince is aware of that.
Wait, Mickey did porn?
What?
No, seriously, I didn't actually know this.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not knocking, whatever, but...
Someone else was.
Okay, I walked into that one. I'm going to go and, go cash out these coins.
I'm an excellent guard.
Because we have nothing but time on our hands. How long have we been...
How oregano of you. 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we got plenty of time.
Booker T and MVP were in jail. Yeah.
In 2003, where someone like you can't be champion.
I meant a WCW guy. No.
no, you didn't, Hunter. We know what you meant.
Full of shit.
Yeah, you know what's sad? I'm probably gonna end up with like, oh, God damn it.
Mickey was on Jenny Jones and up flashing her. What?
Her hardcore country.
Oh, Mickey was on Jenny Jones and ended up flashing her hoo-hoo.
The hell is Jenny Jones?
I don't know. Booker T should have won the world title at WrestleMania 19, says Jay Moscow.
Jay, you may remember this, but and in fact, a lot of you may remember this. You've been following the channel for a bit, but I did an entire rant about Triple H's Reign of Terror, and talked about that, about the fact Booker T did not win a racist feud.
WrestleMania Ico Pro for Hall of Fame. Speaking of which, Luger.
They induct Luger. You know what? They induct Luger. I will watch the G1 Supercard instead of watching.
Honestly, I'm not too interested in watching the Hall of Fame after the 5-hour fiasco that was the last one.
Well, I'll tell you what. Then I'll watch both. I will watch.
Or how about you head over and we'll watch the
G1 Supercard? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, honestly, why cut a review on the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like last year, or this past year, I don't think our Hall of Fame... I mean, our Hall of Fame review did okay.
Yeah.
But
let's be honest, it was kind of a weird one.
Well, yeah, you had Goldberg in a speech that lasted longer than all his matches in WWE.
Yeah. And, Hacksaw.
No, Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim, that's right.
Hillbilly Jim seemed so gracious. That was great, but
he had a nice hour-long speech.
Yeah. That's an idea, though.
Miss Elizabeth should be in the Hall of Fame.
The fact she's not. Thanks, Luger. Thanks for killing her. By the way, seriously, you dumb fuck. You'll burn in hell for that.
Jenny was a Maury-like show. It was one of those "you made fun of me in school, look at me now" episodes.
Huh.
Deuce and Domino should go in the Hall of Fame for tag teams.
Wait, who said that?
Someone crossing the Jason Dixon line.
Oh, there you go. There we go. I totally... Douche and Domino. By the way, that's one of Snooka's kids that can actually wrestle.
Deuce is a Snooka Jr. No.
It would be kind of funny if Snooka Jr. ever started his own business and then he could have SIM cards.
I like our Q&A has just been fancy booking the Hall of Fame. They should put in Bob Holly. Dude had a nice resume and beat people up.
I mean, to be fair, like, if you're gonna induct Coco Beware, I mean, he had a great run in Memphis, and I mean, I believe he had some stuff in Mid-South. If you're gonna put Coco Beware in there, yeah, you should put Bob Holly in there.
Yeah, Adam, the Trump supporting Kid Rock is in the Hall of Fame and not Cyndi Lauper. Well, yeah, but, I mean, look who's in Trump's cabinet. I think he may have forgotten that Linda's in there. Probably because she's the least controversial person in his cabinet.
I think Linda may have forgotten she was in there. The nice thing about Linda is her and Shawn Michaels can have the same kind of staring contest.
Yeah, and Becky. It could be
Thanks,
a
Chris.
staring contest.
Thank you for fucking ruining that.
If none of you have ever seen a picture of Becky Lynch and look closely, she's got the Shawn Michaels eye going, and that kind of goes to show how much work she's put in. But after seeing that, I can't unsee it.
Thanks, Chris.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for that. Yeah. All right, trade in all these items.
Flow Ride it in the Hall of Fame. Someone give me the red light because I'm ready to stop.
But here's the deal with this. For the Hall of Fame, I actually like that idea. I think we might just have to just skip the Hall of Fame and just watch the G1 Supercard. Because realistically, I mean, the crowd tends to ruin the Hall of Fame a lot. Like...
Naya has those Uma Thurman eyes. They're trying to run away from each other. Well played. Well played, Miss Melody. Lizzie Hill should be inducted in 10 years. Yeah, she put in a lot of work. Jay Moscow. Hell, put in Saliva and Drowning Pool in the Hall of Fame, too. I mean, the NWO should go in the Hall of Fame, but
they will.
With the whole racist situation, I don't think it'll happen.
They will. They'll go in.
Yeah, probably.
No, they're going in next year, probably.
If that would explain her errant punches. Nita Strauss. Fantastic guitarist. I'd say maybe a few years down the line, but hopefully after Cyndi Lauper gets into the Hall of Fame.
But after about 10 years, put Pat McAfee in there just for the pre-show stuff alone.
God, Pat McAfee is one of the best parts of the NXT kickoff panels.
It's like if
I'm glad that they signed another contract with him.
He's like if Roddy Piper was on trucker speed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no one else has his level of energy on the kickoff panel, so it does come across as him being, you know, overly energetic, but at the same time, I think that's just kind of who he is.
But Sam has his Drew fro. His hair wobbles Jew and fro. One of these days, those jokes will stop being funny to me.
I'll put Downstage in the Hall of Fame. They did about as much music for WWE in the mid-2000s as JJ did.
No, it has been a while.
Replaced Jonathan Coachman with Mauro Ranallo on the pre-show. I mean, that's up tomorrow, though. I think he's rather enjoying not having to move around all that much, especially because it gives him a lot of freedom to go call out the UFC shows.
Well, now UFC, Bellator, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bellator and
boxing,
yeah,
like that.
Kickboxing and all that.
Mauro Ranallo is the best commentator, and he will end up in the Hall of Fame one day, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
If he doesn't, it'd be a damn crime. I hope they have McAfee teach Orton how to punt.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Vicky Guerrero should go in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. Yes. She should.
Says Kier.
She should. Originally I wouldn't have said that in about like 2010 or so, but her legacy, what she was able to do, and not creating her own legacy and getting in the business that essentially did kill her husband, and they took care of her, and she made that character her own. I didn't think
Excuse me!
I love how the crowd popped for that at the Rumble. I mean, we were popping, yeah!
What the fuck? Okay, I don't disapprove. Mamma Mia! Adam Nunez destroyed the Cyborg last night. Yeah, Chris Cyborg, she did not stand a chance.
Nunez, I've only seen her fight a couple times.
Christian should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Wait, Christian's not in the Hall of Fame?
He is not in the Hall of Fame.
Why?
Because Vince wanted to put a blue dot over his face at one point.
I wish Don Callis would replace Coach so I never have to hear him in New Japan ever again. What?
Oh, I think he means take Don Callis off of like New Japan, but just stick him somewhere on the pre-show.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Don Callis.
Don Callis versus John Coachman in a no-quit match. Or an I-quit match.
I am not a fan of Don Callis so much that I think he's just more about putting himself over than he is about the talent. But that's my interpretation of his commentary.
Jay wears the blue dot in the speech to troll Vince.
He should.
Yes,
he
definitely should.
He should. He absolutely should do that. That's what I love.
Yeah, but Melody, we should benign it. Book it.
Did she write it like that?
Yeah.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
JJF, shout out to Alex Volkanovski for the Game of Thrones entrance last night.
See, I didn't watch UFC 232. I could have, but I didn't want to spend that much money. I could have though.
Frets, that time Michael Hayes talked about almost pissing on Linda.
That was Michael Hayes last week when he went to the White House.
AJ Moscow response. I would love to troll Vince.
I mean, to be fair, it's like it would be kind of fun. Honestly, though, see, like that's the thing. Now that about like even though I'm excited for people going in the Hall of Fame, every single year it's gotten less and less interesting for me to review it.
Yeah, I reached level 14.
Without doing
I hope you guys use me someday.
No. No, and then he goes back in the pipe.
Tell Vince what we, the fans, want. After all, we are the authority. Michael passed out sober hair.
I remember Jim Cornette's podcast is his co-host. What's that?
Oh, JJ corrected himself, Hayes.
He
We know what you is.
But Brian Last, Cornette's co-host on their podcast, he put up this like a picture of Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy in like the 80s.
Yep.
And it was Hayes wearing tights but a pink vest. I said, that's probably the most dialed down vest that Michael Hayes owns. And he liked that comment. I go, alright.
So aside from the Hall of Fame, what other questions do y'all got?
Yeah, actually, no, we love the stuff about the Hall of Fame. They're a lot deserving.
Yeah.
If you got New Japan stuff, field them to me. I'll tell you. If you got 205 Live stuff, field them to Chris.
Yeah. I've been hearing rumors of another Authority Power Struggle storyline. Melody, wrong thoughts. Yeah, the Authority Power Struggle. The crowd just runs the ring and beats up Vince, Stephanie, Shane, and Triple H. JJF, who will Kurt Hawkins break his streak against? Brock Lesnar.
It should be Brock Lesnar.
It needs to be Brock Lesnar, and like the most one-off victory of his career, and be like, what? What? Let's see, here goes. Do you think they should induct Val Venus?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think Val Venus is now a cryptocurrency salesman.
Yeah, but not even that. Not even that or his political beliefs.
Plus, they choppy his penis off.
It's true. But none of that or his political beliefs or anything outside of business. He was a mediocre worker, mediocre character. He just wasn't anything good.
Adam asks, are you both going to review the first NXT UK takeover?
Yes. Yeah. I am actually off that day. I'm normally not off Saturdays. We will be reviewing that.
Yeah.
I will say this much about NXT UK. The women's division is outshining the men's division by a goddamn big margin.
Outshine!
And the women aren't even getting the most TV time. Sometimes they don't even get a match on the shows.
Why are we here again?
I went out and cashed out my coins. Because otherwise, I was going to waste coins.
Helena is asking you, are you supportive of New Japan's decision to not include women in the wrestling promotion? Do you feel that is a disservice to society?
Do I feel it's a disservice? I totally get where you're coming from. I don't feel it's a disservice to society if...
a few other questions lining up.
If the women are for forging their own path and making making Stardom and other ones work really well. If the women want to be included, Stardom and other companies should try to co-brand with New Japan, have a women's match on some of these shows, and see how the crowd pops.
Yeah. In regards to Jay's question, how long do you think Buddy Murphy will hang on to the Cruiserweight title? I would like to see him hold it till WrestleMania.
He will hold it till Mania.
And then lose it likely to Lio Rush or Fujita. Leo's massively talented in the ring.
He's an idiot.
Sure, but, you know.
You're right.
JJF says, how long will Mustafa Ali last as a top guy? I see it fizzling out soon, unfortunately. I can see your point of view on that. It's all how they book Mustafa. If they don't overexpose him, they book him right, because he's going to take a few losses here and there, and that's perfectly fine. But the way the crowd is buying into him so quickly, they absolutely love him.
It's hard.
They need to get some merchandise out for Mustafa Ali. That way, Vince can look at the numbers and say,
yeah, this guy sells a lot of shirts.
Or they can make some of those light-up masks for kids to wear. There's a lot of stuff they could do with Mustafa that Vince would absolutely adore.
I'm gonna tweet out the link again.
Yeah.
This, yeah, it was actually fantastic.
Yeah, Stardom company brands, co-brands, keep the women away from Suzuki.
You know, unless it's Mako Satomura, I mean, I know she ain't part of Stardom, but Mako might be able to hold her own against Suzuki.
New Patriot asks, how long will Daniel Bryan's title reign last?
Mania.
Mania. And Fretz also says Mania, Miz, unfortunately.
I don't know.
I think it's going to end up being either against Mustafa Ali or Andrade Cien Almas.
Really should be against Almas.
Or a triple threat. I would love to see a triple threat between Mustafa Ali, Andrade Cien Almas, and Daniel Bryan. That would be a money match.
And you know who they're going to have Miz face at Mania? It's going to be Shane, who is the best wrestler in the world.
Jason Dixon goes, do you think Lacey Evans is main roster ready? No.
Yes.
We're of different minds. For me, I think her character is ready for Raw. It's gonna be a little weird. What do you think?
I totally get what you're saying. See, she hasn't been able to feature herself enough on NXT TV.
Yeah.
She had that great series of matches with Kairi Sane earlier in the year. I did see the women's match that did happen to determine a #1 contender. Mm-hmm. That was good. All 4 of those women had great potential to really shine for a number of years, especially Bianca. Yeah. Bianca is somebody people were like, "Oh,
that's actually a question that Williams asked too." But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Lacey, I think, can do well because Vince loves blondes, but also, that's not Lacey's fault. She is somebody that is very, very good and can get better. Go ahead.
Thoughts on Bianca Belair's booking, Blaine asks. Do you think it's too identical to Asuka's booking in NXT? I personally don't like undefeated streaks.
It will only become an issue if she...
Didn't Nikki Cross beat Bianca?
No. That was countouts, double countouts and stuff like that.
No.
Bianca, as long as Bianca doesn't become champion while undefeated, it will not be like Asuka. I get what you're saying, because it became the Asuka problem with her as champion. No, I don't think it's that bad. I think it will help establish her. She will get knocked down a peg.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, Alistair had his own undefeated streak, and when he was finally beaten...
Big goddamn deal.
Yeah. Let me see here. And I do think Bianca Belair is one of the next big things in WWE. I think they need to abandon that hair whip gimmick.
They do.
Because that is a stupid fucking gimmick. Because she whips her hair back and forth, she whips her hair back and forth.
And she's from Bel Air.
Yeah.
Or Bel Air, which means Willow Smith.
Yeah.
Bianca's terrific.
I think this is more a question for you. Victor, Dreamman 15. If Tony Collette does get that Oscar nod for Hereditary, will that mean more for her career or for genre horror?
Yes. It will be It will be validation for a lifetime of really good work. Sixth Sense, The Hours are 2 movies in particular that I felt she did really well in. She's done well in other movies, but those are 2 performances that stick out in my mind. Tony Collette, though, gave such an incredible performance in that movie.
Wow.
That I feel... What's up?
Oh, Blaine says, I heard that whip actually does hurt to cut Billy Kay's arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But...
And Adam, with the eternal question, he keeps wanting to know, what are the 3 most evil villains in video games you've encountered?
So, we're going to get to that in just a second, Adam. Tony Collette, it will help the genre of horror, and also she deserves it. Now, do I expect her to win? I do not.
Adam, the 3 most evil villains in video games you've ever encountered. It's very hard to find a purely evil character that really sticks out to me, other than Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts, because he is just purely evil. There's no good behind him. There's no cause. There's the FBI agent that law enforcement agent from Red Dead Redemption 1. He's a bastard.
That's fair.
Let me think. Because I mean, even like characters like Gabriel in Star Ocean 2, who admittedly
Yeah.
is very evil, it also went mad because he lost his daughter.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
And in Revenge Against the World, reprogrammed the 10 Wise Men to attack. Kefka from Final Fantasy VI.
Kefka number 2, Sephiroth number 3, Kefka number 2, Luca Blight number 1.
It's like when you can understand the motivation behind most characters, it's hard to see them as evil. I mean, Sephiroth killing Aerith, yeah, sure.
Dick move.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe you take Sephiroth off there, but Kefka and Luca Blight on there for sure. They were to. I'm gonna get through this part here, and then we'll see where we're at with the stream. But
We're 5 minutes in.
Yeah, we're not sure how long the stream is gonna go, but it's like just for fun.
Question for the Derbs. Thoughts on no Doctor Who until 2020, and what do you expect for Jodie's second season?
They're not doing it until 2020.
Yeah, they've been putting a lot of production value into Doctor Who. I do need to get caught up. I haven't spent all the time watching if I could. I like Doctor Who with this new season. I like how grounded it is compared to the fantastic nature of the previous seasons.
Is it actually really good? See, I've never watched.
Adam says Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn, yeah, he is really evil. It's just, he doesn't stick out to me.
Yeah, Luca Blight and Kefka would be two of them. God, if I had to... The villain from Suikoden 5. There were a few of them.
Fred mentions, the creepy teacher from Life is Strange. I have not played that game.
I know who he's talking about, but I never played the game.
I think Ganondorf is a victim of circumstance. He's constantly reincarnated as a purely evil being, which was Demise.
Ganondorf.
Yeah. Where would Baron Blade rank? Every villain is lemons.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis was also a bit insane. But yeah.
He'd be one. But seriously, Luca Blight has to be the most... Because Luca kept extending a war that nobody wanted. And he also... It also took 40 pissing minutes to kill him. You had one wave of attack. You beat his army, then he leads a night raid. You lead with one party, they don't win. You lead with the second party, they don't win. You lead with the heroes party, and they win. And then he runs away. And then you face him in a duel. After he gets shot with about 20 arrows. And he still gets back up after the duel.
I think one of the most evil characters, Seymour, Final Fantasy X.
Definitely. I would agree there. Final Fantasy X, long-ass game.
Yeah. Who can you tolerate more, Corbin or Jinder?
Jinder. Jinder's at least trying. And it's not that Corbin doesn't care, because I think he does, but it's just... He's a big lad that really has no decent physique.
Yeah.
And and look, I'm not in great shape. I'm not. Ever. Never have been. But as a pro athlete, you're supposed to be in better shape.
Yeah. JJF goes, any NXT guys you see on 205 Live?
That we'd like to see on 205 Live?
Yeah. Or that we'd see on 205 Live.
Raul Mendoza.
Humberto Carrillo.
They'll stick Roderick on there.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, he made an appearance on 205 Live.
Yeah.
He could,
Roderick Strong would put on some great matches there.
Wait.
But I don't know if they'd want to separate him from Undisputed Era.
That's a good point.
Brett says Flowey from Undertale. I'm gonna have to disagree. He wasn't purely evil. He was just driven mad. But he was fixed by the end of the game.
Is that the skeleton?
No.
I haven't played...
Flowey, the flower.
Oh, of course. Jesus Christ.
Emperor Mateus from Final Fantasy II wasn't a completely evil guy. He was very equal opportunity. He didn't hire people based on their nobility or their bloodline or anything like that. He hired people based upon the effort they put into the job. He didn't care if you were a peasant or a noble. GLaDOS, I wouldn't say is evil. She did her job.
I need to brush up on some Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Eggman. He is the Eggman.
Dr. Wily. Dr. Wily.
Zemus from Final Fantasy IV.
Yes.
Yeah, he's evil.
Yeah, definitely. Agree there. Kefka would actually take the cake for Final Fantasy villains over me, because he succeeds in destroying the goddamn world.
Yes.
He succeeds, and then the problem is that with anybody that's played Final Fantasy VI, what?
Melody.
What?
You, when you play The Sims and remove the pool ladder.
Oh god! Oh god! It's so true.
I think they fixed that in Sims 4 where they can just climb up on the wall of the pool.
It was still more fun to do it in Sims 3 though.
I think my favorite thing to do, because I do play Sims 4, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, is just to surround one sim with walls and put windows in there so they're just a display.
It reminds me of the Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Where,
Isn't here does Bobby Fish look like Waluigi? Listen, not everyone with a fancy mustache is Waluigi. And I don't sit there in it with a sad
You don't?
I gotta go on dysentery, Oregon Trail. Terry, that's a girl's name! You've been shot by Terry. You have died of dysentery.
I love that one. Oregon Trail, I actually loved that game as a kid because it was so much fun. Games I loved as a kid, I know that's not what anybody's asking, but, I loved obviously Mario. I love Mario World. That's something we could stream at some point, just me goofing around with that, or...
Victor asks, how do you feel about Governor Jay Inslee as he's heading into the final 2 years of office in the state of Washington?
I think he's nuts.
Yeah, he overpromises and underdelivers. Rumors abound of him voting for, of him running for president.
No.
I would sooner vote for Ted Cruz before I voted in Jay Inslee, and I hate Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I don't really care for him either. He's not...
Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. He's a jackass and a terrible father. He's evil, sure, but I wouldn't put him as one of the most evil characters in games.
Is that the guy with the spiky gray
Satan
hair?
from Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I haven't played Lords of Shadow.
Oh god.
But
Good
judging
call.
by his name, I'm pretty sure he's fairly evil.
It's Saturn. Hail Saturn.
Now hold on a moment. I'm Hercule Satan.
Yeah, field some more questions. Come on, guys. Keep them coming. Having a whole lot of fun here.
King Candy from Sugar Rush. What? Giovanni from Pokemon, Wheatley, from Portal 2, Majora from Majora's Mask,
Yeah.
Voss from Fallout, or Far Cry 3.
Yes. The problem is that he wasn't he the one that got killed halfway through the game?
Yeah, it was the most disappointing payoff. Like, Voss was such an intriguing villain and fun to watch and fight against.
And that was a quick time event.
Yeah.
They killed him. Because they fucked up the thing.
Whitney's Miltank is the most evil character in all video games.
Wait, what?
Oh, Pokemon.
Oh. When they said Whitney's tank or whatever, like the bathtub? What? Too soon?
Giovanni wasn't evil, he just had a vision. That first Goomba in Super Mario Bros. 1, every kid died once.
Yes.
That, I believe statistically, that is the one enemy that has killed the most amount of players in a video game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Scarecrow from the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah, I would say so. Especially when he got to the side of a skyscraper for no reason. Remember that?
The rain in Breath of the Wild. Yes.
Oh, really? See, I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god. Every time it rains and you're on a cliffside and you're like, fuck, I can't climb, I can't climb, I can't climb, and I'm like way up high on this cliff.
And you slip?
The ultimate villains in video games. The developers. No, the publishers.
EA.
EA Sports. It's in your ass.
If you got more wrestling stuff, you can field that too. But it's just all kinds of fun to freeform this.
Yeah.
It's nice to
Adam, I have not played Brutal Legends.
I played a little bit of it. I hated it. And I didn't bother.
Friends, I can't climb in Raleig's Guild was the final power-up I got.
Shadow of the Colossus is a really good game too.
Yeah, where you are the full.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My favorite Zelda,
Link to the Past.
Breath of the Wild.
It's really not good.
I loved every moment of it. It isn't perfect, but it is by far one of the best games in the series.
Link to the Past for me. One, I'm an old school gamer. Shocking, I know. But
You'd be like, is it a bug or a feature? It's a feature.
it's a feature. It's a feature.
Is Fortnite overhyped? Yes. I haven't played it myself, but you know.
A lot of games like that are, but if anybody's into it, great. Just
Fretz is doing a podcast in the new year that's wrestling related.
really send us links. We'll promote it. Check it out if you can.
Tweet it out. Melody. Nice. I could. Random question. What are they going to do with Paige now?
Have her be in the performance center to help women.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Don't clear her. For the love of God, don't clear her.
Yeah. Unless she's actually cleared and ready to go. What era do you think was Kira's? What era do you think was better, Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression?
Ruthless Aggression. Attitude Era did create some great moments.
Yeah.
It created some really great moments. Like, honestly, there are some landmark moments you can go back and watch. Recently, and yes, a bit of a cheap plug, I did review the Foley's title win versus the Finger Poke of Doom, and yes, it did put butts in seats. That's not Shivani's fault. He was told to say that. But anyway, I watched that and it had some great moments. It also, on that same Foley episode, had Terry Runnels in a miscarriage angle, which Russo and Ferrara should have been fired immediately for making it. But Attitude Era had better moments, Ruthless Aggression Era had better feuds and matches.
Well, I ask absolute love for your Ripley as well as Jenny. Admittedly, I'm unable to become invested in the men's division for the NXT UK. Does anyone share their sentiment?
I 100% agree with you. There are some great talents in the men's division. Like,
I have a weak spot for anyone Scottish, so you know, Isla Dawn is like, you know.
Isla Dawn 1 needs a better finisher. That suplex finisher is not very creative. But
for her size, sure, but
anyway,
here's a good one from JJF.
But let me just banter real quick with what Belena said. God damn it. The women's division is a lot more stacked. Ginny I need to see more of, but I've been impressed with what she's been doing. I love Toni Storm, of course, for obvious reasons, but also because, not just because I met her, and once again, did not fanboy over her.
Yeah, sure.
But, honestly, the women's division is a lot better, a lot more stacked. Charlie Morgan is somebody I think that could be very good. The men's division, Jordan Devlin, Pete Dunne, Leslie Mountain. There's some good talent there. I don't give a shit about Gallus. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
But, anyway, what was the other question?
JJF, will All Elite Wrestling work, or is it destined to be another GFW?
It will work.
Yeah, with the names behind it, and not just, you know, JARRET.
Yep. D double drunk.
I could see it definitely working.
It will work if they remember that they need to start small, have some big shows on some of these things, but do stuff like that. Because it's not going to work if they try to go to, like, you know, 5,000 seat places right away.
Yep.
It is just not going to.
No, and I think Cody's smart enough to get this figured out.
All in,
I mean, being Dusty's boy.
Yeah. What do you think about All Elite Wrestling?
I'm interested to see what happens. Pokemon is finally having a live-action movie. What's the best and worst-case scenario for the genre from this? I could see the new Pokemon movie that's coming out as quite possibly a way to do video game movies right. As long as it doesn't take itself too seriously, which, let's face it, got Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, it's not going to take itself too seriously, and I think that's just the right scenario for it.
I, for one, could... personally, I mean, I like Pokemon when I was younger. I'm not interested at all.
Yeah. I'm likely not going to go see it, but I hope it succeeds.
I might go watch the Sonic movie just to see how much of a train wreck it is.
True.
It's gonna be so bad.
Yeah, for us, it isn't kid-friendly from the looks of things. But keep in mind, Pokemon is a multi-generational thing, so you want everyone to go see it.
This is true. Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if I was gonna run into him or not.
Sonic, yet another nail in my childhood coffin, says Fretz.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's,
JJF, should Thor have aimed for the head? I mean, technically, but then we wouldn't get a sequel.
I assume that's an Infinity War reference.
Yeah, and I think it was the right choice for Thor to do that, because he's not exactly the brightest bulb in the pack.
Brightest bulb in the crayon box, as you said.
He is literally a hammer and everything is a nail.
Describes how I've been in relationships.
Smacking your head against a wall trying to put up pictures?
Probably.
Alright. Smack!
Alright. Yeah, going back, since other people didn't ask questions, going back to the thing about the NXT UK, I find myself less and less invested with a lot of the men's stuff. The women intrigue me more. Maybe that's just because I think that there's much more potential to grow stuff with the women.
Yeah. What's the green thing in the back there?
Oh, that's a door. I already went through there.
Okay.
And now we get back to voices, so I have to cure...
Thor's just fixed it Felix all grown up, an overly nice blonde guy with a magic hammer.
Here we go.
Arr, what's going on here? Who are you?
Why do you always talk like that? What, you were looking for a star? Only you see stars?
Anyway, you're out of luck. You see, whatever falls into the sea becomes Johnny's property. Got that, matey?
Oh, and one last thing.
Read my lips. You don't have lips.
We ain't letting you through. Got it?
No?
Once Rhea loses her title, I won't be as invested. They need about 6 to 8 more women in that NXT UK division to make it credible, says Valana.
And you're right. See, that's the thing is you have to start somewhere. Rhea is the perfect champion to start out. If Tony beats her eventually, or somebody that like, you gotta have a face win.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did see that match she had with Deonna Purrazzo, which was really good, as you would expect with those two.
Yeah.
Rhea can do just fine establishing that division. She should actually be somebody, going back to another question, she should be somebody that shows up in the Rumble. She absolutely should.
Luigi is better, JJF, and I'm adding you.
Alright, where's the intruder?
I don't see him.
Did he get away?
There he is! Get him, boys!
Get them, Duke boys!
Here, this is on us! How did that miss me?
Never mind, it's all the Democrats' fault.
What the? How dare you dodge the barrel? God damn it.
So Seattle's getting a Major League Hockey team. We'll calling it the Supersonics bring a heavy mixed reaction. I don't think they'll call it the Supersonics because we're waiting to take the Sacramento Kings. Sorry, Victor.
To be fair, not a lot of people have... Well, your luck has ran out. We don't take kindly to strangers around here.
Valina should not be wrestling on the UK brand as an American. Makes no sense to me.
No, agreed.
Yeah, I think Deonna Purrazzo is probably going to be one of the biggest stars in WWE if they just book her.
I think also part of the reason they may have brought Deonna in for that one shot is because Dakota Kai's injury. Tegan Nox will be a perfect person to beat Rhea, but Tegan's going to have to recover.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, that's probably who's going to do it.
Yeah, Jason Dixon won a local baseball team of mine is called the Sob Poodle.
Wait, seriously? Wow.
Fritz, show me your underwear.
We may play some Metal Slug before the Rumble.
Yeah. It's just it's hard to answer questions when we're both playing a game.
Yeah.
Adam goes, Luigi did take down King Boo, who's in the conversation for most evil video game villains. Frets. Seattle Kraken, Seattle Metropolitans, like before. Let's see here.
So you're the Mario.
Tegan won't be back until the fall.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Here we go. Voices.
So you're the Mario, eh? Not much to look at. Well, this star fell into my sea, so it's mine.
So you're just saying I have to kill you, right?
Wait till you see mine.
If you want it, you'll have to fight for it.
Why does he have a glass of wine?
Because he's the fanciest guy.
Alright. Alright, so what we got for questions?
Let's see, yeah. Not so much comments like... Oh wait, thoughts on Casey Catanzaro?
Oh, the Ninja Warrior girl. I thought she impressed me a ton in the Mae Young Classic 2.
And if anyone can survive Ninja Warrior, they're a pretty skilled athlete.
Definitely. She will
Johnny's
do
about to be Johnny Failure.
She will do very well.
Your mother is a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Is there someone else up there we can talk to?
No, go away.
I shall taunt you a second time. Eh.
They're called the Amarillo Sod Poodles. They even have an anthem on YouTube.
Wow.
NXT call-ups in 2019. I am predicting, and don't quote me on this one, Lacey Evans, EC3, Heavy Machinery, Lars Sullivan, and I think Nikki Cross.
I think so too. In all seriousness, Aleister Black will get called up. He will get cut, damn it, Chris. He will get called up. Aleister Black will get called up. I think for women.
Oh god, he's gone red.
Not bad, fellas. How about it, Mario? Mario versus me. Wanna mix it up?
No. Oh, what the fuck? Why not?
Good fun.
Frets, oh my god, what a
Good for
psychic!
Alright, here comes my black up.
What? Oh, laughing about my predictions. I won't ask you for who will win the Rumble, but who will have an outstanding performance in the Rumble?
Ruby. Ruby's determined to do it. Ruby should do it. Sonya should also be somebody that has a great performance. I think Mandy could last 20 minutes. I think Mandy could do pretty well.
Would you not mind if Aleister Black wins the Rumble and do Black versus Bryan at Mania? I would mind. That would be way too soon. Mostly because the main crowd, the casual fans, won't know who Aleister Black is unless they run vignettes, which means it's no longer a surprise.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Velveteen Dream call-up post-Mania. I think post-SummerSlam. Give him a brief run with the championship. NXT Championship?
Yeah, championship.
Yeah. Fret's... Shayna will be called up eventually.
Shayna will probably be called up after Mania.
Yeah.
Here we go. Voices.
I'm impressed, matey. You've earned the star. Think of it as a souvenir of our fight.
You mean the thing I came here to beat you up for?
Okay, whatever.
That's my prize. JJF, if the Undisputed Era breaks up, who turns face? O'Reilly and Cole are both far too good as heels, but it wouldn't be as impactful for stronger fish. I could see...
Cole could work as a face.
Yeah, I could see the whole Undisputed Era working as a face, because when they move up to the main roster, people are going to be cheering for them. And they're going to sell merch like fucking crazy.
They will.
Oh, Fretz is asking who beats Shayna, though. He also asked Io Shirai.
Yeah. I mean, Io could, because they're not going to have Bianca do it. They could have Bianca do it. And I'm not against that.
I mean, Vince isn't in charge of NXT, so you don't have to worry about people like her not being allowed to be champion.
This is a good point. Wait. Oh, god damn it.
Here we go.
You found the star. Well done.
Why do I sound like the guy from Psychonauts?
You do, actually.
Bacon.
But your journey ends here. You are so gullible. Don't you know who I am?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! I'm Yaradovich, bitch! A member of Smithy's gang. Shocked?
No.
Not really.
So what, my impersonation of an ordinary person was flawless.
Was it?
You all look dead.
Your search for the stars has worried Smithy. So if I take that star back to him, I'll earn brownie points. I could redeem them on some cookies.
I hate you already.
It's futile to try and fight me. Just hand it over, nice and easy.
You hand it over, you get to fight him right away.
And to think I got the star without even soiling my pants. Hands. I'm such a genius it scares me sometimes. No wonder I'm so important. Alright everyone, listen up, we're returning to the castle. Alright, should be here about... now.
Go save and go fight him. How far are we in the stream?
Hour 30.
Wow.
What are you hoping the next theme of American Horror Stories... Horror Story!
What horse
The
that?
next theme of American Horror Story will be the series finale.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, they probably should think about ending it.
JJF, American Horror Story, Monday Night Raw. Valena, American Horror Story, Banana Peels. How did they die?
They slipped down the stairs. There were banana peels.
No! Here we go.
American Horror Story Heroes Season 4. I loved Heroes.
Not so fast.
Not so fast there. That star's a gift to me, mate Mario.
I don't swing that way.
You spineless dogs have no code of honor. We'll make you walk the plank.
What plight do you have?
Johnny, maybe we should leave Mario the pleasure of wrapping things up here. I guess we'll have to take our disguises off now. Group formation! Form of...
Whatever the fuck!
Form of... Horror Rayman!
Rage Capper goes, Rush needs to go. I have to mute the TVs every time it comes on. I can understand that, but it is... I think that gimmick needs to go. It's wrecking Lashley and it's not giving Leo any credibility.
Yeah, it's not.
Leo's so much better than that, and so is Bobby.
Bobby, I mean, Leo is very talented in the ring. I just want to punch him in the face every time he talks, which I guess is kind of the point, but...
Frets, check Gino for Smash. It'll never happen, Frets. I want it to, but it'll never happen. Let's see here. Canadian Horror Story, Doug Ford, and the ghost of Rob Ford.
Oh god, that would hit way too close to home for some.
Moscow, American Horror Story, anything on a pole match.
And Russo was struck again!
JJF asks, how long before Dijakovic loses his first name? I give it 3 weeks.
I was gonna say!
Donovan Dijakovic, or win his first Donovan Dijak in the Indies, Chris Dijak in NXT, and then, again, Donovan Dijakovic.
Dijak, by the way, really good in the ring.
And the Canadians are now finding out everyone else is Canadian. Friends, JJF France Canadian here, Ontario, accurate as fuck. Melody, also from Ontario, can confirm. JJF, same bud. But what the fuck is this Dijakovic, says Valena. I have no idea. I don't even know where that name comes from.
It came from the auto name generator on Speed.
Yeah.
Alright. There's a honey syrup.
So they're like, where are all you Ontario folks from? I'm in Great Bruce County. JJF says Windsor, Essex. Ooh, that's right. In my ancestry, in England, I believe a couple of my ancestors were either the Dukes or Earls of Essex.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Let's get this guy beat.
Who do you think? Well, who do we think will turn up in this year's Rumble? You seem to probably joined in late. We did go into.
Oh yeah, we did some stuff. Alistair, I think, will show up. I think I think Rhea Ripley's going to. I think EO, I think, should appear. Tony, I think, will appear. Because they're gonna want.
I like how Mallow just jumps into that cliff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Gino's at least smart to stay away from it.
Mallow, he wears pants, yet he has no legs.
Alistair for the men for sure. EC3 is gonna show up at the Rumble.
Oh, GGF, aside from the ones across the border, get drunk. We get along with Americans here. I mean, yeah, you guys are pretty close to the border to, what is it, Unlock that's like right next to Detroit?
Yeah,
across the river.
Nobody wants to be right next to Detroit. What?
So nobody wants to be in it.
That's true.
Smithy is now in the race for the star pieces. What horrible surprises might he have in store for Mario? Yes.
And now
Alright.
we get to buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Ah, you are the keymaster.
This is to Mario.
Mallow has as much use for pants as Donald Duck. Now Donald Duck is a pervert. He needs to put on some pants.
We got a note from the
Adam Smithy? Melody.
Oh God. Yeah, you know what's sad? I had almost max coins. Look how many coins I have now. 728, and you can get $9.99. WWE Network should have a price like that.
Phew, thanks so much! I've had enough of cramped, dirty old places like this!
Hey, I'm not that old.
Hey, fella! You got us out of a bind! Peace, brother! Ooh, yeah!
It was mighty unpleasant in here. Thanks for helping us out.
Thank you! Yeah, thanks a lot! Be sure to stop by! Yeah, stop on by! Thank you for freeing us! I've got to get back to work now, but stop by the inn!
See you there. And then the Elder.
Ah, Mario. Thank you for saving our little town of Seaside. You exposed the fake townspeople and gave up your star to save us.
How do you know all of this? How do you know this?
Please take this with our skanks.
Receipt to flower box.
Alright, what we got?
Let's see here. JJF, better bet in a drug test. John Jones or Brian Cage? Brian Cage.
Brian Cage, because we know what he might possibly test for.
Let's see. Lena says, I hope the Men's Rumble closes the show this year. Why would they have the Rumble main event the Royal Rumble? That makes no sense, Lena.
It should. The women closing it last year made sense. Made total sense. I get why they did it, and they should have done that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Wrestling Reviewer 809. Did you see Ishii versus Sabre Jr.? Or do you see Ishii versus Sabre Jr. being the super match for most people?
You know, it actually, I don't know how in the world I forgot about that, but they had terrific matches in G1. They faced off, and had some great matches otherwise.
Ishii versus Sabre is going to blow the internet's load.
It will. No, it will. They've had tremendous matches before. I did a cheap plug, but I did a Wrestle Kingdom's prediction. It's going to be... Sabre Jr.'s going to win. Sabre Jr.'s got to win. Ishii's held the Red Pro title long enough, and Sabre Jr.'s going to win. Oh, here we go.
Hi, Mario. We've got a lot of health foods at our store. You gotta treat your body right.
Don't say that again.
Please stop this. Let me die.
And now I'm going to buy some mushrooms, and I'm going to do something funny. The Mushroom Boy. The Mushroom Boy tastes mushrooms.
Hey! I'm the Mushroom Boy. Did you know that hidden amongst the regular mushrooms are some special ones? Unreal, huh? I'll give you items in return for the special mushrooms. You gotta taste them to find out what kind they are.
So of course
I'll take a nibble first.
I have him facing right into his face.
Why don't you go ahead and take a nibble of my mushroom?
I'm hoping for a special mushroom. But even if it isn't,
At least I'll get a meal out of it. Lots of protein.
I had to do it this way. Look how I'm doing this.
Shit,
What?
John has all those cheap plugs, still no hair.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Zing!
Well, I mean, that's... Ooh, this one's a berry mushroom.
Ah.
And he's got a pointed...
Adam. Sami Callihan is Impact's Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, well, the fans voted an idiot in. I mean, look, I'm sorry. If anybody's a Sami Callihan fan, that's fine. I don't get it.
Before I miss it, Press asks, who beats Omega for the title?
I want Tanahashi to do it. I don't think... I don't know if he's going to do it, though. And I love Tanahashi. Tanahashi winning would be great, but I don't know if him winning would be the right call, because then you go back to the status quo. Who could beat Omega? You could have Cody do it, but if you have All Elite Wrestling, you could have Ibushi do it, but Ibushi's not under contract. I think they could have Tanahashi do it. If not Tanahashi, Sabre Jr.?
JJF fans voted an idiot in Shades of November 2016.
Yep, you're not wrong.
I don't get that reference.
So, who else? They could have... I don't know if they'd have Ishii do it. Yeah.
Kira asks, what should you do with Shinsuke Nakamura in 2019? Let him
go back-
retire.
Let him go back to Japan.
Yeah.
They fucking ruined it. Ruined the guy beyond words. I know he won the Rumble. And he had that match with AJ at Mania 34, which was good. But then the feud just killed him. What also killed him was, earlier in 2017, him jobbing to Jinder Mahal. Twice. I think this is it. Hey, far out much. I'm so mature.
Crystals asks, Jericho? I'm guessing, what are you referencing? Oh, only one guy should do it, Ibushi. I guess he's still referencing Omega. Ibushi or Jericho or Naito.
Naito would be the best choice, actually. Ibushi, the only reason is because he's not under a full-time contract in New Japan. Naito would be the perfect one to do it, especially if he wins the Intercontinental title and then wins the title, say wins the New Japan Cup in March, and challenges Sakura Genesis and beats Omega. Alright, oh, wait, I gotta go here because I gotta talk to the Elder.
Seahawks in a close one with Cardinals currently, but regardless, how's the enthusiasm for the playoff run? I'm a big Seahawks fan.
Oh, set of man's hand is a town made up of full monsters. A mouse came by
If
the
we weren't doing the stream, I'd be watching the game. 24-21. Damn. I guess that shouldn't be surprising for the Cardinals, but the Cardinals are also 3-12 this season. I guess it's because, I mean, the Cardinals has played the Seahawks so often, they know us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you get enough, not even division rivals, but you get that kind of stuff and you'll get that.
Yeah. But if there's one thing I learned, because if you all remember a couple years back, the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers, and how we turned it around in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. I was there, live at that game.
I remember that.
In the Hawks Nest, that bleacher seat that's behind the field goal. And when everything started to turn around, the entire crowd went absolutely insane. The entire place was shaking. We were also booing the people who were leaving because they thought the game was over. And you never, ever discount the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Jason goes, Seahawks will beat my Cowboys, then lose in the next round. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a Super Bowl season for the Seahawks. But I'd like to be surprised.
Now, to be fair, I never thought they'd actually win the Super Bowl, and I was proven wrong.
Fritz goes, you know what? Juice Robinson would be a good choice. What the hell?
Juice? You know what? Yeah. I don't know if he will, but Juice winning? CJ Parker from NXT. He would actually, no, Juice would be a great choice. My problem is if he could be U.S. champion and then challenge Omega. There are a lot of possibilities they could go with. If Tana's champion, they still could go with Naito.
Yeah.
There's plenty they could do.
Yeah, anything but the Saints or Pats is cool with me, says JJF. Yeah.
But I love the Saints and the Pats.
Yeah, I mean, I think Drew Brees should win a Super Bowl. Okay.
Another Super Bowl, yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Should we stop this and should you play some Elder Scrolls?
Yeah, maybe some Elder Scrolls. I'm considering on what I should play.
Do you want me to just play this until you decide? Or do you
Yeah,
want
let me,
stuff?
while you're doing that. You're not going to hear the game, but the game's still playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out what game I'm going to play.
So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff here, guys, and then we're gonna figure this out. Oh, I can play on controller only. It's okay.
Yeah.
Come up here. You come up here, you stupid cloud. Boop! Aha! Seriously? How the hell did I miss that?
I am super serial right now.
Yay! I get to battle the cloud. The cloud that you can't fucking see.
Ooh, the cloud. Alright, let's see, what do I got on?
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at some stuff here while we're going with this. It's a stupid cloud. I just thought I'd maybe offer that because otherwise it's just gonna be me playing this game for the entire stream.
I know a game!
What's that? Ah, there we go.
Who's up for some Psychonauts?
So let's finish this one up here. I'm going to find a save point, which is right there. And we're going to end, we're not ending the stream, we're just going to stop this. So I'm going to power down my Wii U.
Wii U!
And we'll pick this up we'll pick this up sometime after, what's up?
Oh, I can just switch it over here in a sec.
No, you can just switch it over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to close this out, guys, and we are going to pick up a game here in just a moment.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm going to power down my Wii U here.
I have passed the laptop over to John.
Yeah, so ask me questions and I'll shout them out. Or shout. I'll probably shout.
Let it all out. Shh. These are the things I could do without, so come on.
We're talking to Jews. Wait, what?
What? Alright, hey, you guys are seeing my desktop. How's it going, guys? It is time for some Psychonauts.
Chrono Trigger is a very good game, actually.
Yes.
Chrono Trigger is very good. I think it's a little overhyped. Because my thing, and I mean, I get why they did it, but when they had it where you could continue, where you could start a new game,
Yeah.
ridiculous. How do you stream these things?
OBS.
OBS? Because Fretzelmania's asking. By the way, great name, Fretzel.
Fretzelmania, brother.
A while since I've seen Psychonauts played. Game's fucked up. It's a great game. By the way, exactly what my brain looks like.
The Void.
The Void. Thoughts
weird.
on Bird Box. I did a review of Bird Box, JJF France, but in a nutshell, the concept
human
is better
mind.
than the actual movie
600
itself.
miles of synaptic fiber, 5.5 ounces of cranial fluid, 1,500 grams of complex neural matter, a 3-pound pile of dreams. But I'll tell you what it really is. It is the ultimate battlefield.
The Mariners
and
still charging full
the
price for
ultimate
tickets.
weapon. The wars of this modern age, the psychic age,
It's not wrong.
are all fought somewhere between these
It
damn
wasn't hand jobs or whatever it was last
curvaceous
time. Well, Mike,
undulation.
I messed up my last laptop doing that.
From this day forward,
Maybe I shouldn't have
you
used my
are all
laptop.
psychic soldiers, paranormal paratroopers, mental marines who are about to ship out on the adventure of their lives. This is our beachhead,
Oh, it is?
and this is your landing craft.
Better?
You shall engage the enemy in his own mentality.
Very well.
You shall chase his
block,
dreams.
basically.
You shall fight his demons.
What?
You shall live his
Maybe it's because I'm not being loud
nightmare.
enough with the mic.
And those of you who fight well, you will find yourselves on the path to becoming international secret agents. In other words, Psychonauts. The rest of you
Oh, you're taking that
will
Dutch top audio?
die.
How's that?
Is that better? Mr. Potato Head was talking too loud. Yeah. The game audio is drowning you all out. Is that better, guys?
Children, you are not going to
Better,
die.
much better. Okay, Mike. So JJ France, Bird Box concept was better than the actual movie. And Victor,
What just happened?
I don't know. You know what you're doing.
Oh, it crashed.
Just give us a second, guys. Thing crashed. We're gonna get it back. Did Steam crash?
The game crashed.
Oh. Okay, well, we're getting back to this. If this doesn't work, then we'll just go back to Mario RPG.
Or I'll play a different game.
Or a different game. But anyway, malfunction.
Malfunction at the junction.
Yeah. So what's everyone doing for New Year's? Derb, you are going to a New Year's Eve party.
Yep.
I'm going to be working New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, so I'm going to be home reviewing Raw. What is OBS?
Oh, hold on. I have to pick a name.
Pick a name, Chris. Okay, so Victor, you asked earlier about what's a crime that would qualify for American Crime Story in Washington. It would be the Mariners charging full price for their tickets. Of course, that's what you picked. Why am I shocked?
I'm trying to figure out a good name for this. Let me think here.
Chris,
Because his name is Rest.
What is OBS?
OB.
OBS.
Open Broadcast Software.
Okay. That's a good thing to do, Fritz. Stay and watch World Junior Hockey and play Smash Bros.
If you want to capture anything other than desktop footage, you need a game capture card.
Game capture.
Elgato HD Pro 16 is a good one.
Okay.
Except you have to actually put it into your computer.
Alright. So game audio and everything's all good. Have I played any of the Spider-Man games? I played the one on GameCube. I was impressed with that. It's pretty much the only good Spider-Man game. You're right over there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Wow, what's
I
that?
played Spider-Man, Spider-Man Carnage game on Super Nintendo this
Every one of these you find advances you a whole rank.
What the fuck?
Now look up for me if you will. Some of the old markers have fallen apart. You'll find bits of them flapping around loose.
God, I forgot
If you
about this
find
game.
enough of these
Yep.
shy cards, you can put them together to make a brand new challenge marker. But you have to buy a psi core at the camp store.
Victor
to hold
says the
them
concept of
together.
the Mariners tickets for the
Break
last
it
5
up, and
episodes
before
and
you
still
know
earn
it,
Emmys.
You'll be able to use
Probably will
brand
require a
new
good
psychic
desktop computer for that, eh?
powers.
Yeah,
Stuff you
Fritz.
didn't know you
Pretty
could
much.
do.
He has a really good top of the line computer. Maximum Carnage.
No, you don't. Not for streaming. You'll want a mid-range processor or higher.
JJ France, why does the green dude look like Stan Lee's Yoda? That game was hard as balls. Maximum Carnage was very difficult. A lot of side scrolling
Hurry
game
up!
on four.
You don't want to be late for basic braining.
Good old-fashioned braining.
Mike Albee, if this is a Q&A, I want to know if the Great Conholio ever got TP'd for his bunghole. He did not.
Get out of my way! Out of my way!
I heard this one time a kid was late for basic.
This game still looks really good.
It's the thing about art styles. The right art style can keep a game looking good for a long time.
Wind Waker. Cell shading.
Yes.
Out. That class is a death trap
Yoshi's
for
Island.
crazy people.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island actually. Except for the crying baby Mario.
Yeah. Art style, I mean.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing you can do about it.
Laptop's pretty old.
can do about it.
Smelling salts.
Laptop is pretty old, so no dice.
I don't need them anymore. I'm calling my parents to come get me.
Well, that depends. Even 4-year-old, 5-year-old laptops can still do some good streaming. Just don't expect high quality streaming.
Thoughts on the NWO games for N64? I love the NWO versus WCW World Tour, WCW versus NWO Revenge. Hated the rest of the WCW games.
heard a rumor you were raised in
Look at Napoleon Douche Dynamite.
terms you'll understand.
It's got summer teeth, Chris.
I'm the strong man around
Death to Baby
here.
Mario. I agree there, Fritz.
Because you look more like the
Down with the bourgeoisie!
Were you ever into the older WWE games? I actually did have NES Royal Rumble game and the NES WrestleMania games. Like a while ago, those were really fun. The WWF Raw game was a little hard. The arcade game is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't mind a couple. The PlayStation ones were great.
I'm reporting for basic training.
Son, do you realize that to take my course,
I didn't like the GameCube one. Dave Reckoning one very good.
I have to relive every bullet-scarred memory of every battle I have ever faced. Really pretty. Are you sure you wouldn't rather run around a bit more in the sunshine first?
Adam asked, well, Kira asked the thing about the old games. Adam asked, what about a great video game soundtrack? One of the reasons I find Final Fantasy Mystic Quest to be very underrated.
Get in here and give me 20.
You gotta talk about Era, man. I mean, it depends on the game. Mike, my first SmackDown was Know Your Role. My first WWE game was SmackDown Know Your Role. I still have Royal Rumble for NES, SNES, says Fritz. I think the second one, Day of Reckoning, was the worst. It was, because they phoned it in really bad, Kira.
This is it. The mental world.
Fritz answered earlier, Mayhem and Backstage haven't aged well. They weren't that good before.
I haven't played a whole lot of wrestling video games, surprisingly.
And I'm here to
Dust off my No Mercy. Fritz, whatever floats your boat, it's good for you.
It's about fighting a war for mental freedom. Are you ready to face torture?
Good thing we got that audio thing working out.
Because this is your last chance to chicken out.
Oh, me, sir. I'd like to chicken out, please.
Too late, soldier.
But you said...
There's only one way out of here. Fighting. I want one of you chickens
No Mercy was really good. It's really hard, though.
Jaw. I warn you. Once you do, the war is on. That's what I'm talking about.
No! Don't go, little sailor boy!
Super WrestleMania, Adam Jackson says.
Kind of obstacle
We're
course
looking
is
for a
this?
story mode like
That kid just got killed.
12 for the 2K series. I agree, that was a good story arc.
He's not dead.
You ever see the movie 9?
Yes.
That was a really, really good movie. What you doing?
I'm just checking out what's underneath here. It's been so long since I played the game, I'm just trying to figure out where all the secrets are.
All the secrets. Oh. Oh, it's just a hole.
Yes. Well, where did it come from? Came from the hole.
That looks great.
Relax. That's just a figment of my
Sega!
imagination. You can run right through.
What was it? Seguro Sanshiro.
And when you run, whatever. Come on.
And they had the nerve to make a second Day of Reckoning game, says Kira. Yeah, I mean, money. So it obviously
We all have emotional
Just some emotional baggage.
Kid. Why don't you make yourself keep your eyes?
Of course it is. The animated 9 movie, not that musical one. Yeah, I mean, that one was pretty ridiculous. Victor.
You hit that ladder hard, son.
Story mode for 2K10, where UK wrestlers won all the gold was the best. Did you guys play Duke Nukem, says Mike. Which one?
Duke Nukem.
My name is Duke Nukem. I played the original one on the computer. I did play the one for PlayStation, Land of the Babes or whatever, and it was terrible.
It was a terrible concept to begin with, but it was made in an era where that kind of shit was acceptable.
My name is Dookie Nookie. We're referencing Joel from Vine Sauce, in case you guys are wondering, who's like a goddamn delight as far as a gamer. But
You'll have plenty of time to stand
Granddad!
just he's a Swedish gamer, and his genuine reaction to just everything. It's been a very long time since I've seen this game played.
Yep.
Great game though. Duke Nukem a time to kill.
Watch out.
Yes, he deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell. Oh wait, that was Samuel Jackson as a time to kill. By the way, to answer your question, it's something like that.
We can't get past this. This is stupid.
Any
looks like a
Mike,
test.
yeah, all good, Mike. You come on back when you need to. If it's not still going on, check out the rest of it later. Any future plans regarding pets?
Sorry.
I'll let Derb say that first.
I'm looking to get a corgi in my future.
Of course you're planning to get a corgi. Corgis are great dogs, though.
I'd adopt a dog, but I need to know the kind of temperament of the dog before I can adopt. Because it is just me that lives here.
Yeah. I got a cat already. I rescued a pet. We got him a PetSmart. Thing called Noah.
Oh.
What's the carrot top looking thing?
Well,
Oh, Bobby?
Oh, Bobby, I guess is his name. But back to your question, Victor. I've got a cat. I live with my parents. My parents have 2 dogs, and there's also a gray cat that was my sister's cat that's still living. If the animals, if the dogs end up passing away at all anytime soon, which I hope not because they're good dogs, but if they do, whenever they do, I might get another cat just so my other cat isn't lonely. But I probably won't be doing that because I'm busy. You guys know I do a lot of videos. Myself and Derb do a lot of videos. And also I work a lot, so I really don't want to leave another pet there for too long.
Yeah. Woo. Hello.
What exactly are you doing? Is this an obstacle course?
Pretty much. I'm exploring the teacher's mind.
Sounds messed up.
It is. It is very messed up. Do you not see the hellscape before you?
I do see the hellscape. One game that we're gonna have to check out and see if it's on the PlayStation Store is Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Pretzelmania wants to know, what do you guys do for a living? I work retail. I work at a gas station.
I work for Frontier Communications as a fiber network analyst.
You're damn good at it.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
That's exactly it.
Nope. Whew.
It's close.
Yeah. Trying to,
Collect everything.
Damn it. Damn it all!
Goodbye!
Thankfully, that doesn't kill you.
Thoughts on chocolate donuts? I don't know. I'm out of questions. I mean, well, you're on the keto diet.
Yeah, I can't exactly eat donuts. I have lost 21 pounds, so I got that going for me, which is nice.
Indeed. Knew you could do it.
Me too.
You'll have plenty of time to
The humble man. I knew you could do it.
Oh, I've been there. All right.
I like chocolate donuts. I prefer just the glazed ones, honestly. Checking up.
One of my plans for 2019 is to get back into doing voice acting. Because I am gearing up to actually do stuff nowadays.
Definitely. Way to go, Derb, says Fritz.
Thank you.
I like a good apple fritter. This melody, whatever you're into in your personal time, is your business.
Yarr, it's an apple fritter. Oh, I jumped all that way for nothing. I'm back here again. Excuse me.
Exactly are you doing?
I'm collecting all of the figments of his imagination.
No. I mean like how you're jumping.
Move!
I'm using psychic energy. It's Psychonauts.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I know.
I think what's sad is I probably could have collected the 6th star if I hadn't done all that grinding.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually the 6th star is going to have to be done. We could maybe do it New Year's Day, but oh my god, that's at least like a 2-hour odyssey just to do that.
Shimmy. Shimmy shame.
Is your name
Diet myself, says Fritz.
I'm gonna call you
Lost 40 pounds past year. X-Men may have done a number on me, but next year melting it back off, or New Year melting it back off. Good job. Who's your favorite voice actor out of Masks?
My favorite voice actor, it's a bit of a tie. It's Phil Lamar. And Tara Strong.
Who is? Oh god, she's hot. I mean, she's great at what she does.
She is one of the most prolific voice actresses of her time. She has almost as many acting roles as Phil Lamar does. Like, have you played Metal Gear Solid 2? Vamp. Vamp is voiced by Phil Lamar. Samurai Jack. Also Phil Lamar.
Less waiting, more motivating.
Kira Johnson asks, favorite cartoon sitcoms of all time or currently?
Favorite cartoon, Ed and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie. I would say Animaniacs is one for sure. Tiny Toons.
Yeah. No, Dot. Fingerprints.
I don't think
so.
Will Freddy or Friedel is one that JJ Prince just said. Remember Phil Lamar back on Mad TV back in the day?
He has over 500 roles to his name.
He's terrific. He really is.
Oh God, this guy's had some serious shit in his life, hasn't he?
You're talking Phil Lamar, you're talking the guy that's going on here.
I guess this really blows him up.
Minor offense.
Olay.
Lamar was here.
Yes, it did.
Lamar was here in September. Yeah, Tara Strong did a great job filling in the shoes Arlie Sorkin wore as Harley Quinn. I'm now just thinking of filling in Tara Strong. Thanks a lot.
Another one of my favorites is Grey Delisle, the voice actress for Mandy.
Oh, there you go.
Billy West. Billy West is always great. Troy Baker is fantastic.
Troy Baker is really good.
Plane's going down, soldier. Hit that door
And then I gave Lady a bone.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. But favorite cartoon sitcoms, you really can't go wrong with Looney Tunes. I mean, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons. Phineas and Ferb, I always liked.
It's Raz! Yay! Raz is here!
Yeah! Maybe
It also sounds great as Catwoman.
game. We can't
Best experience being a pro wrestler.
No good. And
We kind of answered some of this stuff. We answered that on our...
We did just recently put up a show, but I think my best experience is probably meeting Shane Strickland and meeting Mustache Mountain.
I definitely could tell with you it would be me, Mustache Mountain. For me, meeting Priscilla Kelly. It was cool. Thunder Rosa being made part of Thunder Rosa's entrance, which was a shock to me. Tony Storm was really down to earth. Jimmy Havoc is really cool. I would say if you like, you know, put like, not put a gun in my head or anything, but like force me to choose. Probably me and Tony Storm. But I mean, like, they're all really, really good. John Morrison is really cool. Shaft, he's a local indie guy.
Yeah.
Really cool. Pitbull Jones, the indie wrestler. He thinks that somebody watched a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas before making this. Alright then.
Most people, they got something to hide. They
To
store
Derb,
away their shame. Dirty little
from
secrets.
WrestleMania.
Tiny
Want a good voice actor? Look up Dan Hennessy.
The enemy is not
He was my
allowing
neighbor and did
secrets
cartoons like My Pet
wartime.
Monster Care Bears,
Are they
Ekman Beetlejuice, and many more.
Wow.
Bust open this
Really cool.
vault.
Tim Curry will forever be the GOAT in voice acting. Tim Curry was really good in voice acting.
Yeah. Dragon Age Origins as Earl Howe.
You enjoy that.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
One of my favorites though is the group from Team 4-Star.
Oh god, they're fucking terrific. Takahata.
Takahata has some of my favorite voices.
Like one of my favorites he does is the imperfect Cell voice.
Be right back, folks. Gotta use the lavatory.
And of course, there's Nappa.
There is no Taka anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, voice acting's been one of those things that I've always wanted to do. I'm currently waiting for more scripts from one of the things I'm doing is a kind of like a radio drama, but in podcast form, called Project Stellar. And my character is supposed to be this, essentially it's almost like Vegeta in the way that he's this alien that finds everyone else beneath him. But with the voice on that one, it was it took a little bit of work, but it ended up sounding more like the your friend. I know where he is.
I remember you actually played some of that. You know how you said it. That was really good. No, cover-based shooting.
Right? Except I'm not shooting.
Run, bunny!
But yeah, voice actors, it's like, I don't really have to think. Did you die?
Yep.
Voice actors, I have to think about. I mean, Kara Strong, obviously, would be one of them. Phil Lamar, for sure.
Reuniting some emotional luggage. I love Tim Schafer's imagination.
However fucked up it is.
Yeah. Well, I love the inspiration behind Psychonauts is that somebody one day just asked him, what's the color of the sky in your world? And it kind of inspired him for some of the weirdness that's in this game. Alright.
Here we go.
Gather some of this stuff up. Alright, ladder. I am Dave. Let's see here. Did I miss any of the figments of his imagination? I did not.
Hey, jackass!
That was one of those voices I know how to do is Bobby's.
I can't really do that, man. I mean, I can do Shaggy. I can't do a ton of voices.
See anything down here? Anything down here? Oh. Ew.
Cool, you're in a Volvo.
I don't want to drive a Volvo. I do like this is a great tutorial level because it's not completely in your face about it being a tutorial level.
Poles like that and swing on them. It's all about upper body strength, you know?
It also gives you the idea of just what you're gonna have to do to beat this fucking game.
Yep.
Adam, I wish Brutal Legends was available on PSN Network, another underrated game. Come on, World of Heavy Metal Music. It was also something that should have not been turn-based strategy. That was its big problem. And the fact that it relied on Jack Black to sell it.
Which, admittedly, is not a bad thing.
No, but
yeah.
Hold it right there, boy. That's a mental cobweb. You can till then.
Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking on the spider webs.
You are misaligned! I can see where I'm going.
Well, you can, I can't. Oh, PS1. Is there a game you wish you had, asked here? Ever or currently? Because I don't have a ton of time for video games beyond playing stuff here at Derb's. And also, it's like, I don't stream stuff unless I'm here. I will always have a soft spot for Suikoden 2, which I know shocks a lot of people.
What?
Yeah, right. But it...
Dang, my bowels move more than you do, Pokey.
Shut up. I'm trying to catch your figments of your imagination.
Fig leaves of the imagination.
Come on. Alright, I can do this. That little bastard keeps floating away.
But no, Adam says, I thought Jack Black did fine as Eddie Riggs. No, he did fine in the game. It's just the design of the game in general. It should have not been turn-based strategy. It should have just been a whole lot of fun, a beat-em-up, and that kind of stuff. It should have not been. Should have been what it was. Basically what I'm saying. But Suikoden 2 is probably a game, like, I mean, if I still had my PlayStation 2, I probably would have still kept it. And I know it's a PlayStation 1 game, but that, Suikoden 5, I hate Suikoden 4, we don't talk about that game, fuck that game. Fuck that game and what the horse it rode in on, or the ship it came in on.
Stand around when you're dead.
Shut up. Jerk.
Yeah.
Big meanie face.
You can see
Hey, is that a duck with a helmet?
This is very difficult.
They're human centipeded together.
You might just want to stay away.
Hello, pilgrim.
You still get a participation ribbon at the end of camp.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I gotta be here for a sec.
You gotta collect some fig leaves.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Shut up.
How many bosses have said that to me?
Aha! Circumvented.
Let's see. Game you wish you had, message retracted. Nothing. No, Adam, your question was fine. I don't want you to think that it's anything bad, unless you meant to write something else.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Do you stop? Why do you have a purse in your mind? It's a very big secret of his.
Well, the worst games you have ever played. Cliffhanger for the NES is pretty shit.
2K18.
2K18 is pretty bad.
Oh, damn it.
2K18 is pretty shit mainly because the.
It's game day, kid.
Does this have a live system?
What? Yes.
That's dumb.
Why?
I hate the live system.
Bye. Oops, I did it again. I played with your mind.
But Cliffhanger for the NES is pretty bad.
I missed you. Come on.
Dang, my bowels move more than you do, Pokey.
Sure, whatever.
That one was pretty bad. Mega Man X3, I just thought was so much of a retread. Like, the gameplay was fine, but it was so unnecessary. Mega Man 8 for the voice acting. When we find this meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
There we go.
Oh.
Missed it by that much.
I don't know.
Dang, my bowels move more than you do, Pokey.
I don't know, Chris. What are the worst games you played? Besides GTA 18.
Jeez, worst games I've ever played. Well, I don't typically pick out bad games, but there are some stinkers in there. God, you gotta think about it for a moment, because I don't have the best memory in the world, like, and things that I don't like don't typically stick in my brain.
There you go. Good to see you back, Mike. Glad you got home safe. I'm just not gonna watch this because I'm afraid of heights. So.
Me too.
Hate heights. Games I wish people had: Half-Life 3. I think a lot of people wish Half-Life 3 existed. JJ France.
At this point, I don't think they should do it.
Because of the hype.
Yeah, it would never live up to the expectations.
That's fair.
Okay, kid.
What?
You were there.
Curses. At least I don't have to go collecting all those things again.
God, that'd be brutal.
So not only does it have a life system, but it also has a health system. So when you fall, you don't lose a life, you lose health. So it's pretty smart about its system. Alright, this time, with feeling.
Onward and upward, soldier.
It'd be Duke Nukem Forever all over again. Yeah, that's fair.
Duke Nukem.
Before Ames has the slowest drivers ever. You've never been in Marysville, brother. They have some really bad drivers. Maybe not slow, but they have some really bad drivers. Wrestler Beer 809, do you think Becky Lynch is the Okada for the women's division? No. And I get what you're saying. She will be if she holds the title as long as Okada does. I would say Charlotte was more the Okada of the women's division because they gave the title to her so much. But also Charlotte did not have it nearly as long as Okada. Totally different things. However, I do totally get what you're saying.
I don't.
Means, like...
I know, I'm just being smart ass.
Kier Johnson, were you guys ever into Crash Bandicoot? Yeah, no.
Yes.
Well, you were?
Oh, yeah. Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3, Crash Team Racing. I played all 4 of them. All 4 of the Crash games. There were no other Crash games after that.
There were Crash games after that.
There were Crash games after that, yes.
But they weren't good. They weren't good Crash games.
Correct.
So, I like Crash for what it was, but I was never as into it as other people were.
God, this is such a creative game.
It really is. Really impressive. Rather good this game. This was.
How good this game were?
Ah, Kid English.
Oh! Why? Why is this in your brain?
Is this the mustache guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question, JJ France. More annoying, Stephanie McMahon, or the ice level in Mario Kart? Ooh! I'd say Star Road's more annoying, but that ice level is pretty bad. I'll still say Stephanie because eventually you can beat the ice level, but you can't beat Stephanie.
That would be illegal.
Well, no, I mean mainly because she's the boss's daughter, so even if you tried to do that, it wouldn't fucking go well. So, my golly, people here drive 20 and a 45. Yeah, sounds about right. Kier Johnson, Crash Bandicoot got me through my childhood. Well, there you go. Now it looks like it's curtains for him.
Yes.
Hold it right there, son. Now, just what in the Sam Hill do you think you're doing in there?
I was just looking for a way out.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't think you'd get to the end so fast. Dang, I didn't think you'd get to the end at all.
Boop.
You surprised me out there, kid. Here.
I've completed the basic braining, which is not a good term if you're in the Mafia. I am so excited for Psychonauts 2. Well, it's because I put money into it. But you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's part of the GoFundMe.
Nice.
And I'm
That's
always
cool.
glad to see a soldier come back from the field alive.
How often does Steph beat Triple
Now,
H?
excuse
Well,
me.
she
I gotta go
jackhammers
back
the
in.
sledgehammer a
I've
lot.
left some good men back
Mike asked that.
Righto.
She slaps his sledgehammer around. Checks his pedigree.
That's what he calls
Way
it.
to make us look bad in there.
Oh, Ross Perot.
Trouble now.
Told you not, Ross.
I heard you coming from a mile away!
Watch yourself,
JJ Rance, totally not Rocky music in the background earlier. Yeah.
Want a piece of me? Hey, Brainiacs, settle down.
Why?
We
You
don't need
worried I'm gonna
Brainiac.
hurt your boyfriend?
No, because Sasha 9 is standing right behind you.
Your performance, young cadet, was outstanding. I'd like you to report to my lab.
And now the most normal looking person in the entire game.
Raz the Spaz is gonna be in a special class.
Yeah, Mike, I thought you'd like that
Remind
reaction.
me to give him a special beating later, okay?
These
That's kind of
tests
gross.
are unauthorized, though, so I can't actually ask you.
Chrono Falco, have you guys ever played Octopath Traveler?
I have not.
I have not.
I've heard the game is pretty interesting.
Remember, your
Played
talent will
Octodad,
always
that was
set you
stupid.
apart as you.
It was fun, but it was
Sometimes
stupid.
isolation is a good thing.
No, I have not.
It can lead
Your
to
reaction,
important
pretty
discoveries.
accurate there, Mike.
Wait, I don't even know what your lab is. Is this some kind of test?
Sometimes isolation is a good
This
thing.
guy seemed like he'd be
It
Jewish.
can lead to important discoveries.
And now I'm hearing things.
No, but he's a gypsy.
Great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, so it makes sense. I heard Katie Vick likes sledgehammers. Looks like another Vic hates dogs. Still shouldn't have been allowed back in the league for that.
Alright, let's see here.
There's something right there. No, that's a sign. It's a great tree.
Final. do this the manual way.
By the way, not the first time I've seen that on camera. Not the pole move up to climb.
Psychart!
The roof is on fire.
Yep. Yep.
Man, this version of Tarzan's weird. Hopefully I get my Xbox in the mail tomorrow. Well, hopefully, Mike. Maybe you can get some games streaming.
Alright. I can do this. I feel great. I can do this.
What are you doing?
Nothing. No. There we go. Alright, now, can I make it over there? Probably. Not. I like how I can fall from great heights and not take any damage.
A lot of damage there.
Alright. On sale now in the main store, we have a special on Dream Fluffs. You hear me? Dream Fluffs. They're good for you. Keep a pocket full of these for a quick boost of mental health.
So, chat, still alive?
Oh, chat's still alive, yeah. I just think they're trying to come up with questions.
No worries. It's been over 2 hours now.
The tweet out's still going. That's probably going to be the last update I provide on this.
Alright.
What are you collecting?
Cards.
Okay then. I assume psychic energy.
Yeah.
Still here, just can't think of questions. No, it's all good.
No worries.
Don't worry about it, guys. We were struggling with some of those questions. They're great questions, by the way. Who's been joining? Or witty comments. To be fair, witty comments don't necessarily come well to me either.
Brad, I'm sorry, but that's not how we play this game.
People in ass houses shouldn't throw stones.
What?
An outhouse, of course.
Okay, it's camp for psychics.
Campings.
I've completely forgotten where they were all hiding.
Donkey Kong or Super Mario? Super Mario.
Tonight, when this
Kira
baby
Johnson
is
asked
full
that.
of fine ladies,
Donkey Kong or Super Mario?
I'm going to see
Super Mario.
everything.
Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong, depending on who it is.
No, dude, the girl's cabin. I've got a man on
What's
the
with that hair?
inside.
I get
No,
it.
it's the Richard Gere cabin.
Using clairvoyance. You grabbed one of the squirrel's
God, that's a
nuts,
goddamn
and now
deep
using
cut.
clairvoyance on it to form a mental link and see what the squirrel sees.
Could you say acorns instead of nuts if you repeat that to anybody else?
Teach me how to do that.
Super Mario would
I paid a
definitely be
little bit
it.
of attention in
Donkey
class,
Kong's had
but
some
not
good
that
stuff.
much. What you need is an expert in clairvoyance.
But I hate the insane difficulty of the Donkey Kong games. I mean, I love and hate the difficulty. And I've beaten all the Donkey Kong Country games. I don't know how. I couldn't do it again. There's no way I could do it again. I just got so angry that I just got so focused, fucking focused.
All of my rage!
Beat him. So, JJ, for any people in glass houses shouldn't get stoned. There are cops everywhere. It's a good point. It's a good point.
I mean, we live in Washington. That's not really a problem.
Didn't Canada recently legalize marijuana anyway?
Yeah.
I think we did. Pac-Man or Kirby, who would win a fight? Probably Kirby.
Yeah.
I mean, Pac-Man can eat stuff, but Kirby likes sucking everything down.
Yeah, Smash Bros. I've beaten Pac-Man with Kirby more times than I've beaten Kirby with Pac-Man.
I mean, Kirby actually reminds me of a few exes of mine that could just suck anything down. You know I had to sink one offensive joke in here.
Sure.
No passing.
But I need to get to Sasha 9's secret lab.
Maybe you should have thought of that before.
I did think of that before. That's why I'm here now.
Exactly. Now you gotta pay the toll. 1 arrowhead.
Why don't I just jump over you?
I found this thing.
Might do an occasional broadcast on Twitch, says Mike. It's a good idea. Once you can get that synced up, it doesn't hurt.
Frankie, the new kid can't be this.
If you want a good microphone, look up the Blue Snowball. It's a small round microphone that's great for desktops.
They're dead here?
Ew. I hope not.
Sure, John, sure. Just one. Yeah. I'm playing World of Light on Smash Brothers right now. Fun. Yeah, that's good. That's good there, Fretz.
Come here, you. Can't do the scavenger hunt without a list.
We may stream some Smash Brothers at some point.
Yeah.
Watch me suck at it.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be a Little Mac main.
That's a good point.
You know who's a Little Mac main? Me.
So where do I...
Little Mac has no jumping ability whatsoever, but he hits like a semi-truck.
Punches hard.
I have beaten my friends more times with Little Mac than any other character.
I don't have internet at home, says Mike, so I do it on weekends with my dad. I mean, that's fair. You know, you spend what you can and save however you can. People don't even want to main Little Mac and punch out.
Man! Skateboarding on logs!
There's so many goddamn splinters.
That is not hair, that is a turban. Or
that's
a hat.
Yeah.
It's something. It looks like something that could work as a platform.
You, new boy.
Yes. I'm a Link man, yeah, basic. Nah, Fretz, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Link, using Link in that game or Link games in general are plenty fun.
I'll let you know if I see it.
In Smash, Link is one of the best, well-rounded characters. My other favorite character to play is Zelda. Her up B is the best up B. Because her up B sends everyone flying at low %.
So she triforces them out of there.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's actually her Smash, where she triforces someone out.
There's a Kung Fu Panda game on PSN that's basically the closest you can get to a Smash game. It's actually pretty good, says JJ France. I've not played that.
Now that
Holy my shit.
will help you find arrowheads that are
Oh, douching rod.
now here's now with that. Oh, that's my dream fluffs. Delicious. Now
That's it for now.
Side. All right, go get.
Hey, where's my hammer?
Now you take that side core there, put it together. Now with that, now
take it.
It's excellent choice. What else can I do you for?
That's it for now.
All right, go get more arrowheads.
Did you use Falco for Smash Bros? Says Chrono Falco. Yeah. Falco, definitely a good character in Smash.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. I like to stay more grounded in my fights, which is why Little Mac is so handy. I'm not very good at playing when I'm off of the stage.
I'm not very good at playing.
So I am Little Mac in both real life and in the game.
I'm not very good at playing Smash.
I can also hit like a semi-truck. But only if I was driving said semi-truck.
JJ France, to be honest, I used to main Luigi. Maybe that's why I kept losing. Luigi. Or whatever the hell I was trying to say. Yeah, I failed that miserably. You're going to lose easy. There we go. Get better.
I'm playing Luigi, so you are going to lose easy.
Yeah.
Anna.
That's great. You're sending kids cave diving.
It's called spelunking.
By the way, the funniest thing about the movie The Descent, a bunch of women cave diving and a bunch of bloody creatures in there. That's a metaphor for something.
Yeah. Her going insane and killing everyone.
You're not gonna let me have that one, Chris?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
But yeah, for the raw review or for the reviews this week, the weekly reviews, you should be back for. Well, you're gonna be doing the NXT 205 Live one. Raw, I'll be reviewing myself. SmackDown, you'll be back for New Year's Day.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Reminds me of how I jumped around rocks at the ice caves. God damn it, Jonn. I had to do it, JJ, friends. Eventually I was gonna get to that joke. The longer I take to get to a joke, the stupider it is. Either you play any of the GTA games. I never got into them, Mike. Never got into them. I get why people like them, but I just didn't care.
Just gonna make sure to save.
Oh, it's all good now. We're gonna be done.
Pretty soon, I think. Hold on, I got a couple hours. Or we've got a couple hours in already. I think everyone's kind of questioned out.
Yeah.
Oh, Psychic Bear, Psychic Bear! Please no Psychic Bear.
Yeah. I feel like there should be a goddamn it Jonn button during your reviews. I mean, to be fair, if I had my own streaming
It's shaped like a subscribe button.
That's how you tell me to, that's how you say goddamn it Jonn. It's, you just subscribe to the channel. So you can
Encourage us. I mean, discourage him. I mean, fuck.
Discourage fuck.
My love for you is like a truck. Berserker! Would you like to make you fuck?
Hey, was that you? Looking at me?
Maybe you should try
Add
getting
that
over
button to
yourself.
Twitter too. Yeah, there we
There were
go.
a lot of other people on that stage besides you.
No, just now. In the woods. No. It must have been something else. You don't smell
Sniffing
like
girls
pond
at a
smell.
camp always goes well.
Nice. You should write greeting cards.
There was some sort of shadowy being out there. Lurking. Watching.
I know of only one creature who fits that description. It likes to hide in dark places, silently watching unsuspecting children from a distance.
Really? Who?
You, tree sitter!
Alright, let's see here.
Did he just sniff her? Did. He did, Mike. You don't sniff girls at camp. I learned that the hard way. It sounds like Star Trek sound effects in the background. Don't know if you can bust that down yet.
All my psychic powers! I can't break through this fucking...
Fucking fuck.
I will wiggle you into a neckerchief holder in 2 seconds, you hear me?
Excuse me, Mr. Ranger, but I'm looking for Sasha Nine's lab.
Well, now, even if I knew where it was, and if it were down here, and even if you were very, very close to it right now, you shouldn't be poking around here. This forest is off limits. Now get!
So, we may do some kind of game stream for, like, special events. I might take the day of the Rumble off, and maybe we could do one before, and do a Q&A thing.
Fun. It's work. I'm testing a low-orbit spaceplane design.
And maybe for Mania. Because we're going to need to, like, get some stuff out of our system before 18 hours of Mania.
Yeah.
Hey,
you kid. Star Trek.
Well, I'm doing some advanced training right now, as a matter of fact. So I don't think New Kid is really a name that you want to get too used to saying.
Hold on there. You're not doing Sasha Nine's advanced training that he does in his secret underground lab, are you?
A human
deep
Yoshi.
within the iron walls of the CPC, where no one can hear you screaming?
Why, yes, I am.
Sakes alive.
Wait a minute, you're...
Do not say Yoshi!
I'm still thinking.
What's a popular video game series you haven't played a game of? Just cause.
Suikoden.
I mean, Suikoden for you, yeah, I mean...
Oh.
Hope I get good wrestlers for the number game you gave me. Yeah, by the way, I got a Rumble number game thing. You want to join, just hit me up on Twitter.
The Rumble in the Numble.
I saw Nils
But
peeking into
anyway,
a hole in the girls' cabin.
Chronofalco, it would be Just Cause.
Just
Or,
Cause?
Yeah, or Uncharted. Never played any of the Uncharted's either. The number game.
Someone's crying.
J
Like it. Bitch.
JJ France, will Owens return in the Rumble? That's one I didn't consider. Owens and Zayn will probably return in the Rumble.
Maybe. I don't know if it's quite there yet. Come on, you little crybaby.
Thanks. I thought I was gonna have to eat my own
I'm
arm.
eating a leather couch plate. Last year I got Apollo Crews. Thanks. You also got Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
Geodesic psycho.
I got Hurricane and Trish, and that was easy to cheer for because they weren't on TV much.
Do you have any idea what this does?
Yeah, let's see how the Seahawks did.
Let's see how they did.
No, they won.
It's a
What a surprise.
six-sensory deprivation tape.
They beat off the Cardinals.
27-24.
There
you go.
It's solitary confinement for psychics.
I got Rusev's lady last year. Oh yeah, that's right. Lana still thinks she can wrestle. It's
Haven't put
adorable.
any kids in the GPC since the 50s. Bobby threw me in here.
Boolean warfare complex should assault own size or larger only. Or even cooler, perhaps notice gigantic bear with skin.
He doesn't seem to be rushing to get anywhere.
He doesn't really know. The hair is weighing him
That's
down.
the whole point.
Just so. Empty now.
Didn't mean to add lady.
Relax,
That's
no one's-
alright, Mike.
Hey, wait.
Last year I didn't get Sheamus. At least I didn't get Sheamus. I mean, JJ France, the only reason I remember is because I was so terrified I was going to get Ronda, but I took number 30 anyway because nobody else would. But
Call me crazy, but I have
yeah,
a
you guys
that button
hit me up on Twitter if you want. It's alright, Mike. Fuck, it's okay if you can't type. Fuck, I can't do anything.
How do I open up my items?
Very carefully, I imagine. Fuck, I don't know how you do it.
Oh, there we go.
But we'll eventually get to where I'll beat Super Mario RPG. That's probably, now with the way these streams are going, it's probably going to be at least another 3 parts. To answer your question, something like that.
What?
I don't know.
Ladders are for chumps!
Agent 9, I'm here for the advanced training.
Is that the cleaning lady? I'll get those files out of your way just as soon as I'm done with these tests.
Red eyes. Get clear eyes.
Wow.
So what are we gonna
well,
learn?
Mike, Carmella's going to be
Bending
number
spoons,
30 in the
burning
Rumble
stuff?
unless they have her attack backstage. I gave number 30 to people I knew that would like Carmella. That made my job easier.
Clean up.
I've been hearing a lot about head explosion, and I was wondering...
Science, Rasputin. That is what we practice down here, not parlor tricks. If you are serious about exploring the possibilities of your mind, step up to the brain tumbler and we'll begin.
Brain tumbler?
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, it seems like a great idea.
So,
seems like a...
what's this hairdryer thing do?
Ah, you're ready for the brain tumbler. With this device, we will send you deep into your own psyche, where you should find unparalleled insight and power.
Excellent! Tumble away.
Now just relax.
We got some
This
curious
will not
game
hurt.
this year.
Unless something
He's
really
curious.
very bad happens.
Whew! Yeah, that pun had to be made. Even though I like Tamina, she will probably get injured, knock on wood.
Wow.
No, that knock on wood just injured
Is this
Tamina.
what the inside of
She
my
is
mind
wood.
looks like?
Yeah.
Not yet. You're still
JJ France leaves, no one has to worry about getting Cass Enzo or Ellsworth this year. That's a good point. Mike, I may take a break from WWE after the Rumble. A lot of people have already taken that break.
Yeah. About 500,000.
Many of the connections with other minds are
More,
still not
depending
developed
on
for you, and those doorways
We will
remain
still
just
review
out
it,
of
though.
reach. But the more you explore the mental world, the more connections you will form. Right now, the only unconscious world you can enter is that one, your own.
What if I jump into this pit?
I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, me too. Woo! Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. Alright. I just actually have to try to fail.
Rasputin, can you hear me?
Sasha? Where am I?
You are inside your own mind, but I'm not sure where. Tell me, what can you see?
I see a rundown gypsy caravan.
Do you recognize it?
Yes. It's where I was born.
I see. Compelling.
Supposed to be on water? What the fuck's going on?
Oh, there's actually a fun thing about water in this game.
You walk on it?
No. It kills you. Not immediately, but they actually have it wrapped up in the story as to why.
JJ France, knowing my luck, I'll get Jinder and Shayna. I mean, to be fair, Shayna isn't awful. Like, I'm not... And by the way, clarification for the number game. You don't have to cheer the person on Twitter. If it's just somebody you like, you can't slander them.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I just find it funny people still threaten to cancel the network just because WWE ain't at best. Ain't at its best right now. That's true. Mike, I'll take Shayna.
Sasha,
well,
going
vote,
inside
man.
the caravan. Aha!
Okay.
Rasputin, are you okay? What do you see now?
A rabbi!
I see a small, bunny-like animal thing.
An unfamiliar animal entity in a dream often represents a primal fear or memory. Follow it.
Chrono
and it should
Falco,
lead you
Shayna is
somewhere
okay but hateable.
important.
Well, yeah, I mean, she plays a perfect heel.
Okay, Mr. Bun.
And
You
she's
I are gonna
improved
be
so
tight. Wherever you
much
go,
over the
I
years.
go.
On the promos, not so much.
Two peas
Even
in
on
a
the promos.
parade.
She's so much better than she was even
I mean,
half a year ago.
I mean, yeah, she's not terrible like she was, but...
I think they finally kind of figured out what works for her, though.
Not what they were doing.
Yes, exactly.
Now you're collecting shit in your own mind. What?
This is not my mind.
I thought you were going into your own psyche.
I did.
What? I think it's the first enemy I've seen you encounter.
Yep.
Another one on that.
Neat. Alright, let's see.
I like Shayna, but I'll admit she could be better, Mike. But you know, it's all about personal
Sasha?
preference. There are some people that don't understand why I praise Apollo Crews like I
This is
did.
more of a super scary flaming
Chrono
ID.
Falco, her voice doesn't match her character. That's fair. That is very fair.
Yeah.
I'm pulling you out.
It's the,
Just give me a second.
the winner's case of Bobby Lashley
Still getting some unusual
and Brock
interference.
Lesnar.
It's fascinating.
Lashley
As
should
if
be used
someone
on the
else.
30.
Agent 9?
Sorry, almost ready.
Of course, he has to worry about the Black Mass.
Alistair Black?
Hey.
That should not have happened.
Alright, I think I'm gonna save it here.
Yep.
We're gonna call it good.
We've had a lot of fun. It's actually worked pretty well.
Suit yourself. You know, in many
I
tribal
laughed at Steph
societies,
Tenders to Rumble with John's number. Don't you dare put that goddamn heel on me, JJ France. Kier Johnson, who do you think there would be backlash if Mickey James won the Royal Rumble? No, but there would be a lot of confusion, Kier Johnson.
Yes, there would be.
That's not bad.
I don't think she's down for another,
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
But we are done for this. This has been a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, guys...
Nearly 3 hours worth. Thank you for watching.
Yes, indeed. Reminder, though, quick reminder. Me solo for the Raw review tomorrow. Derb will be back.
Solo, you on.
Me solo. You will be back for the New Year's Day SmackDown.
Yes.
So, have a good New Year's, guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
And remember, don't get eliminated!